that pool of vomit that you're standing in? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Do you hear the squad cars? Do you hear the ambulance? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Talked all that shit when he was drunk, now he panicking? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Some still can't handle the act of balancing. Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? See that pool of vomit that you're standing in? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Do you hear the squad cars? Do you hear the ambulance? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Talked all that shit when he was drunk, now he panicking? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Some still can't handle the act of balancing. Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? See that pool of vomit that you're standing in? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Do you hear the squad cars? Do you hear the ambulance? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Talked all that shit when he was drunk, now he panicking? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Some still can't handle the act of balancing. Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? See that pool of vomit that you're standing in? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Do you hear the squad cars? Do you hear the ambulance? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Talked all that shit when he was drunk, now he panicking? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Some still can't handle the act of balancing. Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? See that pool of vomit that you're standing in? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Do you hear the squad cars? Do you hear the ambulance? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Talked all that shit when he was drunk, now he panicking? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Some still can't handle the...
This nigga bullshit around. Who does he think he is?
Alright. He's just gonna play his phone right on my iPad like...
Facts. Move.
Like my screen ain't important.
Round of applause, we live right What's up?
That's
Heard you,
What's
Zay.
good? Come on. Clap it up. Clap it
What's
up.
up? What's up? What's up?
Clap it up. Clap it up. All right.
What's good, y'all?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Good, man. How's everything with y'all? How's your day going?
I'm
How's
good.
your day going?
I'm good. How you doing, Shaq? How you doing, Kyrie? How you doing, Austin?
Austin doing good.
All right, Austin. All right, cool.
You
How
know
doing,
Austin
Shaq?
good when he
Shaq
talks
good.
about himself in third person.
All right.
Facts.
Gus is doing good.
J-Man!
Welcome to the live.
Welcome to the live.
Yo, that is funny.
Yo, Zay Goody said
That's
he's
my
busy
boy.
being a dad.
You know
How many kids you got, bro?
Congrats.
got one.
One.
He got
Wait,
one?
wait,
Yeah.
Zay went to
No, he don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let me see the
he
picture.
crossed your face up though.
Drew not really from Queens.
He's not.
Facts.
Nah,
How you
I know,
doing,
man.
Sydney?
You
What's
from,
going
Long
on?
Island.
Sydney T, what's going on?
I'm
What's
from,
up, what's
I'm
up?
from Australia.
We are on YouTube Live for another week. Come on, we got round of applause. We official right now.
How many rounds of applause we doing, bro?
Hey, listen, I'm excited, man.
I'm here for you to
When
get
I'm
that
on the
intro
show, I'm
going.
always
Yeah,
in
I'm
back.
Get it going.
Oh, okay, my bad. You are now watching your man's in them live. I'm your man's Gus the Third. We got
I'm your man's Bello.
I'm your man's Austin Felix.
It's your man's Kyrie.
I'm your man, Shakespeare.
You know.
no.
You messed
Shakespeare.
You're supposed to say that
You-
after.
Kyrie,
Nope.
I'm just gonna say, when you said
Don't
it's
tell me
your
what to
man,
say.
it's I'm your man.
Yeah, why you always trying to be different?
I'm
Good.
your man.
I'm just a different person.
You such a contrarian. Oh my God.
What?
You are now watching your man's in them live. We here in the flesh. So what we gonna get to? Let's get to these juicy topics.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Start it over,
First,
Gus.
we talking about the men and women directness.
All right.
That's what we started off
Introduce that topic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not
Minimum
topic.
indirect.
Go ahead.
What your girl told you?
Wow.
Wait.
Way to put you out on Front Street, yo.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, bro.
What my girl told you?
You're gay. That's what you know.
Alright. What's
So
up?
basically, I had a situation.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Move on, my bad.
He's on blast.
My bad.
So basically, I came up with this topic, and I basically want to talk about directness with men and women, mostly women, but men and women, because sometimes I feel that when it comes to hitting the sheets, y'all be acting discreet. All right, talk to him. All right, because sometimes, my brother, can I borrow your glasses, brother?
Okay.
You know those. Because sometimes I feel, not take this back. Because sometimes I feel like women, sometimes, there's no disrespect to women, but sometimes you drop, sometimes you drop hints and messages and want us to read between the lines, but you could just tell us what you want, and it could happen. Like, that's what I feel, basically. Like, we need to be more direct. I mean, you could drop hints with certain things, like a gift, or, you know.
Tag me in, tag me in, tag me in, tag me in.
Yes.
Tag me in. Alright. So.
That's the new thing now. We tagging
Yeah,
each
let's
other.
tag each
gotta
other.
dance.
That's the new
That's
thing.
the tag.
Alright, so basically,
Basically,
I feel like we on both genders can be more direct. I feel like for sex, from my experience, some women aren't as direct. And some men aren't direct either when it comes to sex. Not serious. No. Whoa, you wildin'.
Wait, what?
That came out.
Hey,
That
yo.
came out wrong.
Yo.
I feel like I'm saying in general.
Gus, you got something you want to say, brother?
I'm saying in general.
Listen, now's the time. It's the
Hey,
platform,
guys.
brother.
He said,
Ha,
"Niggas
ha.
not direct
It's the
to
platform.
men."
Ha ha. You got your joke off. Ha ha. All right. Are we ready to keep going? Ha ha. All right. All right. So basically, I feel like, we both genders struggle with being direct. I sometimes am not as direct as I could be.
That's because you niggas know how you are.
How am I?
You're very in the middle.
Stuck
You're very-
in the middle with Drew.
What? Wait, what? Where was that from?
You're,
Y'all
you're
playing that?
you're very indecisive, bro.
Oh.
You're an indecisive person.
On camera, you gonna let everybody
I'm
know
gonna let
that?
everybody know on
At the whole
camera.
world?
We here to share.
Because
We
if
share.
they watch this show, they know Gus don't give
Carrie,
no
I'm gonna
straight
tag you into
answers.
this
That's a
topic.
fact.
Carrie, what you got to say?
Kyrie ain't got shit to say.
Yo, this man drinking
If you
essential water. Don't know how to act right now.
All right, so let's restate
So,
the topic real quick.
The topic is men and women being direct. I feel like Shake said, I do feel like women tend to be less direct, especially when it comes to sex. They try to sit there and like make body movements like you're supposed to know, like, yeah, let's have sex now. Like, what happens if you interpret that wrong? She's like, I ain't wanna have sex right now. Like, what do you think? I just always wanna have sex? Like I feel like if you just wanna have sex, just tell me, like, yo, you try to get it popping. Like, let's get it popping.
Like, sometimes tag me in it.
Why we always gotta
No.
initiate? Why we always gotta initiate though? Like, we
I
gotta
feel-
initiate everything.
Nah, you didn't get tagged in.
You didn't tag in.
Fuck this tagging in shit.
You actually tagged in.
You was late.
Respect the
This is-
rules.
you gotta five minute wait for the tag in the end.
Respect it. Respect our rule. You came late.
You got a 5 minute. You gotta wait
Respect it.
5 minute wait for the tag.
Respect
That's
it.
crazy.
Respect it.
You
Yeah.
said 5 minute
Be
wait
a
before time
champion,
out.
nigga.
That's
Try not
trash.
tag you in.
Let me
for
tag
it.
you in. Yeah, now you in the ring, bitch.
How whack would it be if every time a girl, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. Most of the time when girls don't give you a direct hint, but you figure out what they trying to tell you anyway. Like if she wants to have sex, but she doesn't tell you she wants to have sex, and you just read her body language and you figure it out for yourself, the sex is gonna be popping.
So let me ask you a question. What's the body languages?
Show it.
It's the fragrance. It's the
fragrance.
It's the pheromones.
So if it smell like shit in the room, you know
That means she want to do it.
In the butt.
But I'm just saying, like I feel like women for the most part, when you're able to read them, when you're able to like read the hints that they're giving off, it just turns them on more.
Tell you, I got
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel like it's a pleasure in that. You feel me? Right. No, if you could read your partner and know when they want it, and know when they don't want it, or know when they want to switch positions, or know like how they want, like without them having to tell you, there's some type of pleasure into it.
Okay,
tag me.
You're about a bullshit.
So boom, right? If a girl, another thing is when she's hinting.
Don't waste the tag.
Another thing is to know. Another thing to know is when she's not feeling. Is when she's not feeling you, right? If you go, let's say you go into your crib and you sense that something is wrong. You like she got a little attitude or something like that. Another good thing to know is the reason for her attitude. So if you could figure it out and you find out why she's upset, that's gonna help you even more. Without her having to tell you, you should already know, even though we don't be knowing.
Me in. So
Don't waste the
to
tag,
me,
bro.
sometimes I feel like y'all said. You know, sometimes you like to read the body language, you know, get it popping. Cool. Sometimes you know how she feeling, you understand it. But on some notes, it's like you won't know what's going on with her. You'll try to figure out and just be wrong all the way. In those instances, I feel like you need to be like, sometimes you got to be direct. It's not always about guessing where she want to, what she wants to do or where she want to go. Kyrie?
Hey! And let me expand about that.
Alright.
Because it would be worse if you say the wrong thing and she gets even more mad. Like, yo, that's not even what I meant. Now the problem is even worse than what it was. You the tagging, bro?
That's just the risk you got to take, though.
Thank you, man.
Go ahead.
Thank you, man.
Wait, tell me.
Yo, can we stop with this shit? God.
This shit
No,
fire.
it's really cool. Yeah, you sure that?
No, but that's what I was getting at. Basically, like, don't y'all get bored? Just like we tired too. Sometimes we got a long day. Well, I gotta listen. I go to work. I gotta go home and work too.
So you turned down sex before?
Whoa.
Huh? Have I turned down sex before?
Yeah, like you was like she's putting signs on you that she wanted it, and you was like, nah, not tonight.
No.
Why he sound like
So y'all never. I'm gonna ask y'all this. Y'all never felt like, yo, she may be doing the dance like she wanted, but it's not too direct yet.
Yes.
So you gonna wait till it's more direct?
Yes.
I've been patient. Hold on. I've been patient and waited until it was actually direct. Like,
wait. Let me get some.
Nah, Kyrie.
Thank you, because this guy. Nah, I'm gonna agree with you because I feel like, yo. Actually, nah, fuck it, I forgot. Go ahead.
Nah, but women are like women are like a puzzle, right?
Okay.
They're a puzzle.
All right,
I
that's
don't even know if a puzzle is the right way to describe them, but you gotta figure out the pieces but you'll never really finish the puzzle. Like you'll never really fully understand a woman. They're always changing. Their emotions are always changing. They're always going through shit. If you try and just like tell me what you want, it makes it.
What
like,
you really want?
It makes it like. It makes it hard. It makes.
Give it something.
You're good. We good. Oh man.
Good.
I don't even want to talk about
What tag you in again?
Nah, fuck that.
Now he don't want to tag him, but he put his hand out for a tag.
Who gonna talk when I don't talk about it?
Go over here looking like you got a
Women are like
spot
puzzles.
for your
Women are like
No,
puzzles.
women are like. I don't even know if puzzle is the right way to say it, but women are like
Complicated?
they're not. It's not a complication. It's just you have to understand that they're forever changing, and it's them telling you exactly what they want is not gonna. You know, it's kind of you just have to kind of figure it out, and you have to get to know your woman, and you have to figure it out.
Do you think that? Let me tag me.
Let me tag me in. That's what he said.
Do you think that women go through the same thing and they try to read us? Because it's funny, like we all got the yo, you okay? Something wrong with you. I know you mad right now. We like yo, we good, but like they try to read us as well. Like we complicated.
I agree.
Do you think that we're complicated?
Yeah.
I can be complicated.
Yeah, me too.
I know that
It's complicated.
because I know for a fact if I don't want to talk about nothing,
Facts.
I don't want to
You
talk
can feel
about
my
it.
energy like that.
Yeah.
Like once I want you to feel that negative energy, it's like that. Like you could tell right away.
Okay. Do you think we like are like you think we're as complicated as?
Nah.
I think we're more so complicated when it comes to emotions, like letting it out,
Yeah.
like being able to express what we
Yeah.
really feel and to get it into words.
Cause a group of girls can be like, these guys, he won't tell me no emotion, he won't tell me shit. Like the same way we saying we can't figure them out, they probably can't figure us out the same way. Cause we don't share that emotion. Well, some of us don't share that emotion.
And I also I think as guys we trying to make sure we keep the peace, so we don't want to say something that's wrong. So in our heads while we're mad, we're still trying to think of ways to even express how we feel at that point, so it doesn't turn bigger than what it is. Because even if we're upset about something that has nothing to do with our girls, we don't want to say something that's gonna come off wrong.
Do you think that because we're men, we keep our emotions inside of our heads, and because they're women, they you know they're comfortable, they're more comfortable expressing themselves out loud?
Yeah, I feel like women are naturally more inclined to just, you know, be emotional. That's just
It's the
to me.
estrogen.
Would you call that a double standard?
No.
Why not?
How would it be? How would it be a double standard?
If society is basically it's a societal norm for us to keep everything within, and with women,
I think women express it differently. Like a woman can express it through talking. A woman can express it through something. But I feel like men express it differently. Like for me, if I'm upset, going to the gym and pounding some weights out.
what kind of weights? Iron, pig fat, pig.
I'm just saying.
Pig milk.
There are ways where men and women they express it differently. So I don't know if it's a double standards. I just think we're different. We're just different. We're just two different, entities.
Okay.
Entity.
What about y'all? Y'all think that?
Business.
What y'all think? What y'all be thinking about? What's on your mind?
That was him burping.
That wasn't even good.
You didn't even say
Your
excuse
burps,
me.
Mike.
I couldn't even talk.
You didn't even say excuse me after your burp.
Yo.
You mad rude.
First of all, nobody tagged you
Nah,
in.
bro, you're mad
Nobody
rude.
tagged you in.
Tell me to focus.
He said nobody tagged you in.
I feel like it could be a double standard on the male's part. Like I feel like I wouldn't call it like an overall crazy double standard, but I would say like sometimes as males we should be able to express ourselves like women do, like not the way they do it, but like we should be able to express ourselves, let our women understand where we're coming from. Maybe they can help us in a situation and not be so guarded, even though it's hard.
Do we express ourselves to our friends? Like, do you express yourself?
It depends on my friends. Like if I feel comfortable,
It's
then yeah.
definitely
I mean,
easier.
especially if I'm going through it with somebody.
Go ahead.
Going through it with somebody I know, with with somebody that has a relationship, and I'm going through something in my relationship, I can go to that person, but I can't go to somebody that's single. Like,
What?
I couldn't go to somebody that's single because they wouldn't relate to my situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Like
I gave hella advice while I was single, bro.
they listen to you?
Hell
They
yeah,
bugging.
bro.
No,
when
When you single, you see shit. You may not experience it, but you see shit. You talk to people. Like I spoke to a lot of people in relationships who, you just learn from people. Like I have friends who was in relationships, And I was like, I feel like all that information just fed into me. I was like, people need to ask me questions about relationships because I could give them a bomb ass answer.
I think you definitely learned.
My answer was always leave them.
You see, that's why you can't. That's why you can't fuck with people.
But there's sometimes where people really need to like. They'll come to you for like the third or fourth advice, and at that point it's like, yo, like you really need to leave this person.
Like y'all arguing again? That was just
I mean, I wouldn't be so quick to say leave them.
Y'all was just arguing. Y'all arguing.
Wait, why you arguing?
Yo, you do not sound like you give good advice, bro.
I really do. I really do.
I had a question.
I keep it real. That's why.
On relationships?
Yes, on relationships, I keep it real, 100%, all the time.
So what do you
I
tell
believe
people?
you. Because I asked Austin for advice before.
Did you?
Yeah. He gave me some good advice. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Nah, what you say?
I didn't doubt it.
I can't disclose that, but
Who you say?
I can't disclose that, but yeah. He gave me some good advice. What? What y'all doing?
Alright, you wanna hit the main topics?
Yeah,
not main
man,
topics,
go ahead,
it's hot
introduce
topics.
it.
It's the hot topics.
Yo, all this side chit chat gotta stop. Both of y'all.
Bro,
all of this side jump.
What's new with 50 Cent?
Robert?
What's new with 50 Cent?
Oh, 50 Cent is at an all-time high maximum petty level. Alright, so we all know how when Ja Rule was having his concert, 50 bought the first, 2 rows of his concert. Fuck up,
That's
right?
funny.
That's just hilarious. But
That's really like rich petty. Like
then he got this ongoing.
about your show.
He got this ongoing thing going with Sierra Marie, right? And so she started making.
Oh yeah, I heard about
She started making shirts saying "I ain't got it." She made a song called "I Ain't Got It." So 50 bought the name.
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it is true.
Wait, he bought.
He bought the name and the phrase "I ain't got it." So any money that she makes off of it, he gets some of that. Well, most of it, all of it, I think.
Yes, he coined it.
He
So
coined
ba-
it.
So
So
basically,
Yo, 50 is smart.
And that's
name.
y'all sure this is a true
yeah,
thing.
I looked it up.
Yo, y'all know that not to go off subject, but the the Jay-Z donating 50 million was not a story.
Yeah, I
It
heard
was
about
true.
that. I heard it wasn't true either.
I feel personally it could have happened behind
Donating
the scenes.
15 million?
Yeah, it was something like that. Like he donated 15 mil to
I feel
the
like
kids.
it's something that could have happened behind the scenes,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like supposed to be out to the public.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you were saying about 50 Cent. So you saying how petty he is?
Oh, and then Ja Rule is in some.
Oh, he owes a tax. He owes IRS tax.
Yeah, he owes the IRS tax money. And
Yo, that's
at 50, he was like, I knew he said something. I knew he was bad with
Oh, he said
money,
he
but
knew-
I didn't know he was stupid too.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like there's no like, he don't stop.
yo, that shit
Like,
is crazy. My fault, bro.
Beef is forever. Like when does it stop? Like that's what I wanted to know. Like
I feel like if 50 respect that person, he gonna stop the beef because he stopped the beef with Fat Joe. He stopped the beef with Jadakiss because I don't think he won that beef. He stopped the beef with Cameron.
I don't think he cares about who he beefs with.
I don't think so.
He said that. He said in an interview he would never squash the beef with Ja Rule.
Yeah.
But that was because
shit.
they got mad cops involved and shit
yeah,
like that.
that shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, he was dying on that beef.
But my thing is, with these celebrities, why is it that, like, how do we know this information about them? Like, why is the information about how much they owe the IRS even, like, out?
Because it's public.
That's public information.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So anybody can go and check to see how much money you owe the IRS?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's public information.
Yes.
Why is that public information?
Because
That's why they make it such a big deal when they tell like the president and everybody, because sometimes they be having their shit held.
hell.
I feel like that should be private.
I mean, yeah,
Like people, like all right. For example,
So, to a certain extent, it's
for
public.
example, like I think it was R. Kelly. Somebody they said that they had like $12 left in their bank account. How do we know this?
Nah,
why is that?
But that's somebody
that's-
leaking that. Somebody gotta leak
Yeah.
that. Somebody around the people around R. Kelly probably leaked that. But the IRS stuff is public. It's public now.
I didn't know that.
information.
So if someone can know how much I owe the IRS right now.
If they wanted to look at it,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go in the comments. Shaquita Parker said 50 is a big bully.
Hey girl.
That's a fact. He is a
he's
bully.
I think 50 not scared to voice his opinion on the internet. He not scared to be himself on
Austin,
the
he's a
internet.
bully, bro.
I don't think he's a bully.
He's a bully.
Nah, he's a bully, bro.
I don't think he's a bully.
Austin, you don't think 50 Cent is a bully?
I don't think 50 Cent.
50
is a
Cent thinks 50 Cent is a bully. For real. Like he when he wants to go for somebody, he'll go for you. And he'll probably make them feel stupid.
If you guys are on the live right now on Instagram, move your ass to YouTube. We on YouTube. Your mans and them is live on YouTube. But yes.
Yo, someone said he doesn't give good advice. They talking about you, Austin?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Damn.
I'm fresh at Fresh. Shout out to Fresh.
Yo, Fresh, DM me. What's good? Tell me your problems. I got you. I know you're going through something right now just because of that comment. DM me. I got you. You're going to be like, yo, this was the most amazing conversation I ever had with somebody.
DM your man in them live. Period. If you got any type of, if you want any type of advice, we'll make sure Gus don't answer. But if you need any type of advice,
make sure you know who you asking for advice.
Facts.
Exactly.
Ask who am I speaking to at the moment, and if the person says Gus, make sure that you do not reply and you leave him on scene.
Y'all want advice from a dude wearing a white beater? For real?
First of all, this is not a white beater. This is a gray tank top.
Yo,
That's why you don't take advice from Gus, because he can't even see what people are wearing.
This nigga.
Whose live is this? Whose live is that?
Oh, that's mine.
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah.
Trash.
Nah.
What about Beyonce? Any news about Beyonce?
Oh, why you keep coming to me like you didn't hear about this shit?
I did.
Wait, what about Beyonce? I didn't hear
I've been out the world,
So,
baby.
she had their Netflix, was it a documentary or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's crazy because it blew up. Like, everybody's like, I can't wait for this documentary and stuff like that. I didn't see it, but it's crazy to see like how like everybody was waiting up all
Yo,
night. to see
documentaries
it.
is the shit these days.
But it's not just any documentary. It's Beyonce's documentary.
Listen, man, let's tread lightly with Beyonce because Beyonce fans,
got a documentary.
Beyonce
They
fans,
calling it Bayflix.
they will cancel.
That's
you.
what. Wait, is it serious?
Yo, Beyonce fans, man.
Is it a series?
No.
I think it's one
So,
documentary.
because you said it's Bayflix.
I see the
That's what
hashtag.
they call
It
it,
said
Bayflix.
Oh.
Not Netflix. Bayflix.
Shout outs to Beyonce. We got nothing but good things to say about her.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
Absolutely. What the hell?
My bad.
What is this? Old Town Road?
But,
Turn that shit up.
Old Town.
But yeah. So
Simply
she came.
Mika, hey.
Hey! Look at that.
Simply Mika, go on YouTube,
Hey!
But yeah, that's basically what happened with Beyonce. She just had a Netflix and she had a live or
She
album.
came out with a new album?
She came with an album
Yeah.
during the Netflix special.
Basically, it's an album. You know how people used to come up with albums of the live shows?
That's good.
That's what it is.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Proud
So
of
what's
Beyonce.
her documentary
Did you
about?
watch it?
No.
I don't think any of us watched it.
No.
What's the documentary about?
I think.
I
Oh,
think
so it's basically what
Coachella,
happened
right?
at Coachella. Yeah. So I was hearing how it was crazy how she made money off of what she did at Coachella last year, off the Netflix special. So basically, she made money like 3 ways: off of Coachella, off of Netflix, and off of
But selling the album.
selling the album. Yeah,
The
that's
live.
crazy.
To this day.
So she's rich.
I mean, she's already been
Yeah.
rich, but like
Yeah, she's
that's
rich.
how she get rich.
Pretty much.
Shoot, we're gonna do the same thing with the podcast, right? So
Right.
we're recording it right now.
To this
We're gonna
day.
repackage it
Mm-hmm.
as an album, and we also gonna sell it later
That album gonna go war.
as a documentary.
At least we gonna get more streams
Yeah,
than
you
than,
threatening,
than Lil
like you stop
Boosie though.
threatening me though.
Lil Boosie only got sold 300
That's
albums.
He
crazy.
did.
Yeah.
I saw the video of him like going off
Over
on his
his live.
fans.
Lady Fitz said anything Beyonce does blows up, which is true. Anything Beyonce does do,
dope.
yeah. But
Hold up.
I had a question before you do that. I had a question. Whose music do you think had more? Well, I guess you can't really compare that. Because to me, I felt like Michael Jackson has more timeless music right now
Then you talking about Beyonce?
than Beyonce. Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Mm,
I feel
that's
like
not even-
when Beyonce's career ends, she'll have classics, but I don't think she'll have
Nah,
that
she's not gonna. I don't.
that timeless.
Yeah.
You know,
Not a lot of people are gonna have Michael Jackson level.
Like timeless?
No,
Yeah.
I
Remember
would.
when we had that that's why I feel like Drake, that's what it is. I think Drake's music is gonna be timeless.
Yeah.
I think Drake's music
It won't compare to Michael Jackson.
No, I
don't think anything.
When
will
did you
compare
go
to
back
Michael
to a
Jackson.
Drake song recently? Have you?
I always go back to Drake.
Yeah.
when they put
Bugging.
what's the
he recently
Uh,
re-released
Can't
one
you
of his
tell
albums.
Drew
What's the
listening
name
to
of
Drake
it?
like it's
What's
like
the name
this?
of
You
it?
look like Drake.
what's
does
the
that
name
mean?
of the album that
It just means you
what's the
like
name of
it.
the album that they recently just put on
So far gone.
So Far
Yeah,
Gone?
they
I played that shit like it came out
too.
yesterday.
I had it on
when they
replay. I had
put
the
it
whole album on
iTunes.
replay.
Honestly, I don't think I
I think
listened to
Drake's
it. I
music-
listened to So Far Gone, but I didn't listen to it again after this.
Oh, and then
No,
J.
you
Cole
didn't.
needs to do that with what's it called? Hey, Grade A! Shout out to Grade A and Chris
Hey!
All my friends who joined, hello.
Yeah, everybody.
You are all our friends.
Everybody that's on the live, please migrate to the YouTube.
Hold up.
The link is in my bio.
King Black
Gus bio.
King Black Knuckle.
Yeah, y'all can check out my
King
bio.
Black Knuckle.
King
King King Black Knuckle said Beyonce deadass got a whole church and they sing her songs as sermons, bruh. Yo, she did that Kanye is
Kanye's
doing something like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Niggas is creating cults.
Would you say that's a cult?
Would you say her following is a cult?
It's a cult following.
She got a cult following. Beyonce hands
Right.
down. When I tell you, I fear Beyonce fans.
Facts.
Like they a little.
You see what they did to
They're good
Omari
people.
Hardwick.
I feel like certain fans are more powerful than others. Like Beyonce's hive, crazy. Like if you say
Rihanna
something,
got a good one too.
if you say yeah, she definitely does.
Nicki fans?
Cardi B fans.
Nah,
I
think
Nicki
Nicki
fans
fans
is trash.
Squashing Cardi B
Nicki,
fans.
you know what I
think
say?
Nicki fans is
Not
Because
now.
Cardi fans are
her
not.
barbs? Her
Yeah,
bro.
definitely.
You think so?
Definitely.
I
Nicki
Yeah.
barbs?
You know why I say Nicki fans are trash? I say Nicki fans are trash
Watch
because a lot of
Yeah,
them.
hey, don't do
No,
it. Just
no,
let it go.
a lot
Let it
of
go.
them like are loud on the internet but won't be at her shows.
No, I think she still be selling out her shows, right?
That's not what I said. I didn't say she didn't sell her shows. A lot of them that's loud on the internet won't be at her shows.
But that's gonna be the same for a lot of
Everybody on the
fans.
internet.
Not everybody can't go to these.
Yeah, just because you don't
shows.
go to the show don't mean you're not a fan.
Yeah, you can't afford. Some people can't afford it. You just be like, oh, that's my favorite
Yeah, Shay,
artist.
tag yourself out.
I think this.
Like you just like I hate when y'all do that. Like let me get my point. Like
Go ahead.
I'm telling y'all what I feel. He's like, you know what?
Go ahead,
I don't
Shay,
feel like
Shay.
everybody can make it to a show. I'm gonna buy them all tickets. No, fuck it. Fuck it. That's not what I mean.
Gus,
I know everybody
Gus,
can't go to a
Gus,
show.
you're gonna drop
But
it.
all I'm saying is that a lot
Leadership.
of
Fix it.
them, a lot of them won't support as quick as they hop on the internet. That's what I mean.
Absolutely, but that's everybody.
That's everybody.
That's everybody.
Did you go to Dreamville Fest?
Yeah.
I rest my case.
But here's my thing.
I
though.
rest my
Here's my
case.
thing. There's not. I can't say that I bought every single J. Cole album though, but I'm a huge fan. I bought his first one.
Mhm.
I didn't buy the second one, and I didn't think it was all that great.
I don't buy no. I ain't gonna curse.
Play
I don't
around,
buy no album.
play around with the FBI if you want to.
You don't curse?
Play
I was about to curse man hard from
Play around if the
I don't buy no
play
albums.
around with the FBI if you want to, saying that you don't buy no damn album.
First of all, if the
No,
FBI, if the
I
FBI
don't-
was gonna get us, they would have got us
streaming,
years ago.
Yo, streaming is so easy. I stream everything. I don't have to. What's the point in buying that?
Oh, you stream
Somebody
now.
should have told Lil.
Nah,
somebody
back in
shoulda
the
told
days,
Boosie that.
LimeWire, FBI, y'all can come for me now.
Facts.
Y'all fans of Kodak Black?
Shit, cause we all did LimeWire.
I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but that's my Haitian brother. You feel me? So
You a fan of Kodak Black? You might-
Haitian, I got fat.
What that mean?
So
Kodak
what
is an
does that mean,
interesting
sir?
person.
Oh no, you're not gonna tell us? Come
You're
on,
not
man. You
tagged
had a
in.
lot to.
You're not
Oh,
tagged
you
in.
trying to use my shit
You're not
again?
tagged in.
Now I'm tagging. What you gotta say, sir?
Talking about King Black Knuckle said ticket is rent. That's a fact. Shaquita Parker said, I'm afraid of Nicki fans.
Miss
They
Parker?
different.
Told you, Nicki fans is
Drake?
But
Sure.
yeah, I like Kodak, but I just think I like. All right, never mind. I don't think I like. I just don't like what he be saying sometimes.
But here's my
like
thing.
like.
Go ahead.
You just cut me off. You wasn't
You gotta
tagged in.
get tagged
You
in,
wasn't
dude.
tagged in.
I
Please.
don't gotta get shit.
Yes, you
Alright,
did,
too
nigga.
late. He missed the tagging.
I don't gotta get shit.
He tell you.
Hey,
But
LNS, Hellraise, Sock Passif, oh brother, yeah, that's my, yo, we got some Haitians in the crib. Let's give a round of applause to the
Why he
Haitians.
act like he understood that?
I had to read it. Let's give a round of applause to the Haitians. Give a round of applause to the Haitians. You was playing.
You did right. You did right. I'm gonna clap for some Haitians. You see how they roll?
Yeah, look at that.
I'm gonna clap for all the Haitians. Sakapet, Green.
But yeah, I feel like people were coming at Kodak crazy, but they know how Kodak moved. Like, Kodak is someone who doesn't really cares about what he says. I feel like the joke that he said about Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London was tasteless.
That wasn't no joke.
I don't think it was a joke.
Well, whatever he said,
Look at you trying to be good at Haiti.
I'm just saying, whatever he said about, I feel like it was tasteless, but I didn't put too much weight on it. Like, he's not someone I take super seriously. You feel me? Because he
He's a
talks.
troll.
Yeah, he just talks. He says whatever he wants. And you know what that does? It gives him more views.
It does.
So-
That's all that six.
Did
That's
you-
all 6ix9ine did was troll.
Facts.
I ain't listen to none of that shit. I listened to his music, but all that troll, or him on the internet, him on the live, I ain't care about.
I mean, but what he
He just be
says,
trolling.
what he says is bringing negative attention, and now he's battling T.I. I think.
But that's what they all do. They all say something that brings them negative attention.
Yeah.
Well, let me read something that Mr. Black said himself.
Mr.
He
Black.
said, "Look, I'm not Little Flip. I ain't nobody scared of T.I. I don't know how Lil Flip scared of T.I., but whatever.
They were beefing?
They were beefing.
I didn't know
Oh yeah, that was way back in the day. And he ain't gonna end my career. I got some advice for you, T.I. Sit your old ass down somewhere. You 45 years old. 45 years old. But you 45 years old, worried about what I'm doing. I suggest you watch your mouth before your daughter.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna say her name. Gets piped.
Oh no. He said that?
This is a quote. Keep it up.
And I quote.
And I might just nutting her.
No way, bro. Oh, let me see this. No way. This is an Instagram post?
Wait, hold on.
Let me see that.
Wait. Before your daughter gets piped, keep it up and I might just nutting her. Are you ready to be a granddaddy? She finer than a bid too, so it won't take long. Oh nah, he wild. He's taking it to a different level.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
He want all the smoke.
And
Damn.
And you ain't hear his dick. His dick.
You hear his what? What he said?
Somebody
tag him out, please.
What is on your mind? Yo, Shay, tag this man out. Tag this man out. You are forever tagged out.
I meant to say diss
You
track.
ejected.
Yo.
Did y'all hear his diss track?
Nah.
Y'all want to hear like a little...
He said you can play this. What you said?
That was bad gay. But
Yo, did y'all see that video? The whole thing?
Yeah.
that's how we got the sound.
Jokes.
Okay. Yeah.
You being smart? That's how we got the sound effects. I gotta take a leak, y'all. I'll be back. I'll be right back.
They don't care.
Bring it on this.
True story, ain't no lie. Wise men can play a fool, but a fool can't play wise. Let you judge me by my
He tried to hit you with a smart line in the beginning.
my line.
Like he know what that meant.
Speak voice, work this shit. Now believe me. They ain't know that I was intellectual.
Turn up.
Trying to change your life, they won't let you. I'm in Detroit right now. I'm just hollering at my nigga Will. I was hollering at my boy, he say he feel like he gon' die soon. Had to pray for him because he needed more than I do. How can I tell my people that's exactly the way I feel? But I know that I'm blessed, so I don't give a bitch that I deal. Running from the Jakes, I was posted up with a 9mm. Got me jumping gates, I got credit cards in my high heel. All my niggas fake, they shit kept coming out like diarrhea. Psycho on my line, I'ma pick him up, he in Liberia. Wigs, he just whipped up a brick, he ain't put no noodles in it. Told him I just call.
What?
I don't understand shit he said. He said, I
Me a fish, I'm putting them one in. They done bet I'm baptized in blood, I let my soul sing it. Run around wild and I'm childish, I ain't got no home training. Talking to my little boy, I promise won't let them boys kill me. Looking at my little boy like father, don't let them boys steal me. Niggas tried to trap me, I saw it, they say that boy slippery. Niggas tried to trap me, I saw it, they say that boy slippery. Young niggas sticking to the code, cause I don't condone snitching. I ain't going out like that rapper, I don't do no tipping. Willie said my name on the TV, that boy a bold witness. On the news, CTIP me, that boy got no feelings. So who put the pole on the butter, they say the
think about it.
Old heads ain't hitting on nothing, I say them boy kidding. I want all the smoke out the stove, but I don't even roll feelings. How the hell you calling me out when you know I don't listen? How you try to put me in time out when I ain't real boy chillin'? Niggas waiting on for me to fall out just like that boy did it. Say they ride for me to the wheel.
Malik Hilton said, boo!
That shit off.
no, everybody.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had to think of how a Kodak Black diss track would be, that's exactly what I think it would be.
I don't understand it. Niggas saying I don't know that.
King Black Knuckles said he ain't put no noodles in it. What? He ain't put no noodles in it. Malik said boo again.
It says
King
crocodile
Black
teeth
shit
back together.
That shit is trash.
Yeah, that-
Woo! That shit is stickity.
My
But
thing
yeah, that
is,
was-
if you,
that-
I think Kodak, I mean,
Basura.
I think T.I. kind of
Basura. Oh, sorry.
I think T.I. kind of clout chasing himself though.
Yeah.
Like,
I kind of agree
right?
with you.
Like, why would you come at him with a diss track? Why not just talk to him?
I feel like T.I. be hypocritical.
He did?
He did go on the internet first. I ain't go. No, matter of fact, Kodak went on the internet, right? T.I. responded the same way. He could have called him.
Why
Listen. He responded the same way because it was Nipsey. If it was somebody else, I don't think he would respond.
It doesn't matter.
That's why he would. That's you. You just asked why he responded.
So he responded because of
the
Nipsey.
game responded the same way. You don't got that energy for the game.
I forgot about the game.
Oh,
But
okay.
Question though, T.I. when Kodak
T.I.
made his statement, when Kodak said what he said, T.I. Said something
But
first, right?
T.I. didn't. It's not like he said something disrespectful. He was like, Kodak, fix the shit.
Why could he not hit up Kodak? Why could he not get in touch with
Then you
Kodak?
can say the same thing about Kodak.
Kodak a kid though.
He was making a.
No, he's not. The man is 20-some years old.
You know what I mean though? Like you could, he a youngin in the game.
So that's an excuse.
It's not an excuse, but he's a youngin who's
So if
his mind is not there.
if
Like
the
as an
youngin-
OG,
if the youngin is saying you could have called me, he could do the same thing.
right? But as an OG of the game, as someone who's been there for years, a call would have been a little bit more
So
better.
if I reach out to you the same way you gave a message, and I say, yo, Kodak, fix that shit.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
How's the guarantee that
you doing it publicly is different. If you are genuine about wanting someone to, if you are genuine, like I want this person to understand the situation of like at hand, I'm gonna call him and give him a call on the side, be like, yo, what you did was not cool, blah blah. If you were genuine, but the fact that you release it to the public and you let everybody see, yo, Kodak, like that.
I understand that. I understand that. You understand that, but what I'm saying is, it's not like he said anything that he couldn't have said on the phone.
So
you're
talking
right.
about T.I.?
I'm saying T.I.
Okay.
You're right. You're right about that.
Right.
But at the same time, he delivered the message the same way his message was given.
Right.
So
All right.
Which
I'm not saying he's not wrong, but
Let
to
me
say
ask
that
you
his
this.
clout chasing is a little is a.
Let me ask you this.
Why would T.I. have to chase clout?
Let me ask you this, right? You don't think that if you did something to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you did something in general. If we in public, if we in a group of people, rather than outing you in front of everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which in most cases would make people feel attacked because everybody is watching.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I say, yo, Shake, what you did was wrong, my nigga, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm loud, everybody looking, you gonna feel some type of way because you gonna feel like I'm pressing you in front of everybody.
True.
But if I pulled you to the side and I'm like, yo, Shake, you did that,
Hold on, Drew.
right? You don't think that's different?
Hold on, Drew. The reason why I agree with you, but the only reason why I disagree with you on this is because Kodak made this shit public. So T.I.'s regurgitating what was done out loud. So I feel like it's only fair. Like I feel like T.I. could have called him, but at the same time, he's not wrong for saying, "Yo, Kodak, in public, you wrong."
Fix that shit.
But do you think?
But I do feel like T.I.
That's
I
why
do.
response was different.
That's why I said he delivered the message the same way he received it.
I feel like as an OG, you should be different. You shouldn't have to go to the same level as Kodak. Like Kodak I consider him one of the new niggas who are about this clout chasing shit, who put out shit like on Instagram and have everybody like see their shit for the attention. But as an OG in the game,
But why make it? But it sounds like you're giving him an excuse.
no, I'm not giving
I
it.
feel
What
like-
he did was wrong completely,
Uh-huh.
right? But if you want to,
Wait, let Gus say what he gotta say.
what he did was wrong completely. I don't think Kodak did anything like I'm not trying to defend him. But what I'm saying is that as an OG, you know this is someone that's not like all the way there. Like you talking to a youngin at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You should have pulled him to the side and been like, yo, listen, I don't respect what you did in that. And then maybe if like he came at him on some crazy shit like, yo, fuck out of here, blah, blah, then maybe you could have put something out like I spoke to him, blah blah. Maybe let people know what it is.
I got a couple things to say about this. I feel like first off,
You got a list?
oh my god. Alright, so first off, it's a young man's game. This whole social media thing is a young man's game. That's why Will Smith is on Instagram and whatnot. Alright, so I feel like, you know,
Wait, what?
no, I'm saying this to say that older generation, even the OGs are looking at how the young dudes, like, this is how you stay relevant. You see what the young kids are doing,
Yeah.
you do the same shit. Another thing I wanted to say was, why do somebody that you don't respect, why talk to them in behind the scenes? Like, if you have no interest in talking to them, but the nigga just get you tight, and like, if you're already using the platform to speak your mind, it's like, you just going to do it.
Yeah.
At the same time, you also understand as a businessman how it could bring attention to you because the you're connecting your name to this, but you're going against it.
I agree with
So
that.
like it is a business
Man.
move at
So
the
you
same
feel
time.
like, so I feel like it's both. It's a business
Yes,
move and
yes,
it's a
yes.
I feel like T.I. is kind of clout chasing on the betterment of himself, so that he can get his name out there.
I wouldn't
But
call it
I
clout
also,
chasing.
but
though.
hold on,
It is clout chasing.
I also feel like
Do you know what clout chasing is?
Hold on, you get tagged.
Go ahead. Do you
I
know?
also. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Respect.
Go
No, you're right. I didn't get tagged. Go ahead.
No, not you.
Nah, he's talking about me. That's
Oh,
all. Yeah.
I would just feel like, yo, T.I.'s
my hairline back. My fault.
They do kind of look.
He pushed my shit back on this side.
Yeah, you might want to talk about that next time. But you do kind of look. But yeah, nah. I feel like yo.
How you just
I
say
can't even
that?
talk
You're
right
into
now.
your conversation.
I can't even talk right now. But nah, I feel like T.I. only addressed them in public because Kodak made it in public. But he wanted to attach his name to that shit. So at the end of the day, you're gonna be talking about T.I. regardless.
I guess, man. But if it's
I'm not really like I'm
I
not
get what
really
you're saying.
disagreeing with you.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, and I kind of agree with that too. But I feel like if it's a genuine, like, let me talk to you real quick, youngin, then it should have been done out of the public eye. Like, listen, you disrespecting da da da. Like, I feel like you coming at Kodak in public and on Instagram is gonna make him more defensive. Not saying that he should care, but if you really cared, if you really wanted him to know this, like the magnitude of the situation, then you should have came and pulled him to the
But
side.
this is not the first thing. It's not the first time Kodak said some crazy
Exactly.
shit. So it's like he just took it a step further. Told like the person that Nipsey was and still is, but like, you know, this is a serious like
But
matter.
I
And
do wanna-
you made that comment about Nipsey. Like, really? Like,
I'm not defending Kodak at all.
I do
think
want to
Nipsey
address
fucked
something
up.
though.
Look.
I feel like why do people pick and choose when they want to have outrage to Kodak? Like this is who has been Kodak from the moment he's jumped on the scene. Why are we like
People have
now?
been outraged
Why are we
with
now
Kodak.
canceling Kodak when we should have been canceling?
I don't believe in that.
Hold on.
canceling
I'm just.
shit.
I'm not saying you got. Not you. I'm talking about they taking his music off the radio. They taking.
They are.
In
In
LA.
LA, which would have been honestly probably what they were gonna do regardless.
Facts.
But-
I don't think
and
nobody would play.
And in museum, and I think they took like
Trap
his picture
museum,
trap
yeah.
museum.
That's T.I.
That's
T.I.
T.I.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then.
T.I. said,
But-
fuck you.
But see, then you could.
He
It
said
kind of
this
could go.
wall is
it-
nice.
It kind of could go offhand what you were saying about T.I. T.I. generally cared. Did he have to take it that far? Like, did he really mean it? Was he generally mean it, or was he generally just saying that to say that?
Maybe he did hit him up on the side. Who knows?
Nah, I doubt it.
We need you.
Let me read some of these comments real quick. King
Yup.
Black Knuckle said probably would have had this convo over the phone before social media. Malik Hilton said, "Son, right? They both clout chasing." King Black Knuckle also said, "But in this day and age, everything for the cam." That's a fact.
I don't think you could. My thing is.
Hold up.
Oh, you still reading them?
Yeah, Kodak is K2, baby. He's stuck on stupid. It's only
K2 baby.
K2 baby.
Shaquita said it's only serious because so many people respect Nipsey, but they don't protect every woman who gets attacked by someone who says foul stuff. It would have been foul whether or not if it was a regular person. It still would have been foul.
But you miss her point. What she's saying is.
No, I get what she's saying.
But my thing is, they didn't. Not to put it this way, but this is what it is. They don't have a relationship with every woman that gets violated out there. Even though we should come to the defense of our women more, but
Okay,
because of the relationship they have with Nipsey Hussle, with Lauren London. You gotta remember, T.I. knew Lauren London for years.
ATL.
New.
Bro, I get it.
Knew Nipsey Hussle for years. So him coming to the forefront for that, that's why I can't say it's per se clout chasing. That's why I can't say it's clout chasing. I don't care where you shirt at.
Somebody on the somebody your man's
A lot
said.
of people didn't. My fault. A lot of people
go ahead.
didn't go to videos to respond. I only saw the two responses. One from
Game.
T.I., one from.
I'm not surprised by Game.
Yeah, we're not surprised with his
I'm
name.
not surprised by Game. Why not be
A lot of
surprised by
people-
Game?
A lot of people
That's
didn't.
Why not
accept
be,
it.
so Game wasn't clout chasing?
Time out.
So Game wasn't clout chasing?
Game was clout
Let's-
chasing,
let's
but wait, Game is a known.
Somebody said.
First of all, fuck T.I., disrespect his bitch all fucking day. The Game made a whole track about someone's wife and mother. I'm not surprised about Game. You know why?
Yeah.
Because Game Dad made a track about his friend, right? Kanye was. Everybody know Game fucked with Kanye.
Mhm.
Like he referenced him on tracks and all that.
Yeah.
So this is your friend, and you're gonna say that his wife, whatever, topped you off or whatever on a track, like someone. Shake, what? What are you about to say, bro?
I said I didn't enjoy that. Like you probably did.
You look like you was about to defend that.
I mean, maybe if that's his
But
opinion.
I just said I didn't enjoy it. So why would you say
First
I'm
of all,
gonna defend
don't
it?
talk to me with your
But you just made a
But what I'm
point.
saying is.
But what I'm saying is.
Look at the
first
love
of all,
connection. All right.
That's why I'm not surprised about Game. Like Game, when he did that, I was like, alright, this man, that's like cloud chasing at its peak, right? Can we agree on that?
What, the Game?
Yeah,
That was clout chasing.
okay.
Because he probably has an upcoming album coming out and he want to sell that bitch, right?
Right.
But what does T.I. have coming out?
It doesn't matter.
Honestly,
So how is that clout chasing?
I can
The
say
attention.
I can say what Game did.
You can't say he wanted the attention if he reached out. He said Kodak's name.
Bro, if he didn't want
He
the
reached
attention,
out
he
to
wouldn't
Kodak.
put it on Instagram.
But if that's the way, if that's the only way I could reach you.
That's not the only way you can
How
reach
do you
him.
know that?
Bro,
Do we
rappers,
agree?
How do you know that? So all rappers have each other's number.
rappers
All rappers have each other's
listen,
number. So please call J. Cole for me right now.
Listen, rappers have camps. They have managers. Most rappers' managers are connected with other rappers' manager. T.I. could have definitely got Kodak's manager's number
if T.I.
and hit him up.
If T.I. reached out the best way he could, because Kodak is the type of person that be like, oh, fuck this nigga more. I ain't talking to So if he was like, you know what? I'm going to send a video. Like, yo, Kodak, you need to fix that shit. Fix it. He didn't say, oh, fuck nigga, you blah, blah, blah. Game went blood.
Boom, 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 boom,
Game
boom.
went blood.
Let me ask you this. Why couldn't he send him a private DM?
What the fuck? If you know
How
what
many
my...
DMs you think that nigga get, bro?
If I'm pretty sure that
Exactly.
T.I.'s DM is gonna pop out.
How do you know that? That's what I'm saying. We
T.I.'s
can't-
DM is gonna pop out on everybody else.
But we can't make assumptions about that. We can't make assumptions. So
I agree.
everybody's
Let's
assuming
talk
that
about the facts.
T.I.'s clout chasing.
Let's talk about the
That's
facts.
just-
But
that's
pretty
just the
pretty
way to
improper.
do it.
I'm gonna shout you out. First, she said
That nigga. Oh,
she got. This is what she's saying. She's saying this conversation is a dub. They should have taken Kodak's music off the radio. That nigga always talking shit.
Wait,
nothing new. She
did-
talking about
did-
T.I. Then she said how you sticking up for a woman? Like we read this right?
No.
But basically, she said, how you sticking up for a woman that's not your woman, but you don't apologize for violating the mother of your child,
How do you violate the mother
mother of your children?
I'm not getting into that.
I don't
I'm
know
not
that
getting into
story.
that. I don't know anything about that, but
Next
I don't
thing-
have
Alright, so do we
problem.
think that both of them are cloud chasing?
No.
yes,
I do.
No.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I'm
Is cloud
glad-
chasing bad?
I'm glad we all on the same
Is
page.
cloud chasing bad? Is cloud chasing
It can
bad?
be good or
You
bad.
have to
Everything has its pros and
you
cons.
have to figure out the definition of clout chasing
Stink.
because I don't feel like that's clout
Oh,
chasing
my
when you're.
say, nigga, what?
I don't feel like that's clout chasing when you're addressing the person. If you're addressing somebody, I don't care if it's on a public forum. If you're addressing somebody and telling them to fix something, I don't see how that's clout chasing. If you were to say, yo, Kodak, fix that album dropping July 25th, that's fucking clout chasing.
No one says it like that though.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just
No
saying.
one,
but I'm just saying.
no one's direct about what they're
Yeah.
chasing clout for.
They're just gonna connect.
They just gonna say it because they know the image. They say this is trending. This is what's in the media right
All you
now.
have to do is
But it
become a
had nothing
hashtag.
to do with media. It had nothing to do with media.
It
It
is
had
the
nothing to do with
media.
it. It had nothing.
We
If
also- that's
Kodak
media.
said something about
Oh, nigga, clap
if
now.
Kodak had said something about Oprah Winfrey, T.I.'s not jumping out the window for Oprah.
I would have jumped out for Oprah. You
But
don't
because
disrespect Oprah like
of the ties, shut up. Because of the ties that's connected between Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle, that's why he jumped out the window.
Well,
That's not.
We're not saying
But
he's
you
wrong
gotta
for disrespect. I mean,
But
for
y'all
defending her.
saying he's clout chasing.
He is.
He is
But
clout
all you gotta do
So
is
you look at cloud chasing in a negative way, not a positive.
It doesn't matter whether it's negative or
Oh
positive.
wait! I'm asking him a question.
Yes.
Yeah, nah,
First of all,
Yes.
first of
Hold
all,
on, hold on. Because this is what
putting
happens.
the finger up in my face like that.
Y'all keep saying he could have privately hit him up. He could have privately did this. Yeah, but that's not what happened. That's not what happened. He did what he did at the camera shuttle. He did what he did.
that was good. That was good.
Oh shit.
All right, we gonna move on after Shake make his point.
No, we are.
Damn, look at you
So-
coming in late and taking control. See you.
Hey, you can't take control.
Oh my god.
This nigga said he taking control.
Wait a minute,
He
buddy.
came in late.
Drew the driver. But like my thing is with clout chasing, I feel like you have to clout chase with a purpose. There was no purpose for him except for addressing the issue.
I didn't know that nigga had a museum.
You wanna call her? Let's call her.
Y'all wanna have a call right
Somebody
now?
wants to
Y'all
talk.
wanna have a
Let's
call?
talk.
I want to talk. I want to hear that
I want to
opinion.
hear some static.
Come on,
Alright,
let's go.
cool.
I'm ready for the static.
I'm ready for the smoke.
This
When
nigga's
I-
like,
when I-
nigga, tearing
I'm
cups.
not even gonna bring that energy.
Any publicity is good publicity.
We gonna let you speak.
You stupid.
Where you from? Are you from Brooklyn?
Yeah, we're
I
Brooklyn
think
at.
she from Brooklyn.
Why you say that?
Please don't be
I don't know. What's her name?
Pretty improper.
Pretty and Papa, what borough you from?
She like, I ain't from New
Why'd you
York.
bring the camera?
I'm from.
Yeah, so I can plug the mic
Boston.
in.
I'm from Texas.
Alright, so send the
What's that?
you stupid.
Alright, everybody who watching on YouTube, we about to tune in with somebody on Instagram.
You about
Live.
to-
Yo, she don't come out. and
Nah,
start
King
yelling
Black
and
Knuckles
shit.
said Oprah would have sent them goons at Kodak. That's a fact. Y'all ain't know Oprah got goons? Oprah would send them
Who's
goons.
from Alabama?
Yo, send that request. Pretty improper.
Yeah, send that request.
We about to tune in right
I
now.
push my shit back, bro. It's crazy.
This shit been like that.
Oh. Don't look at me. Why you looking at me, bro? He the one that said it. Address the man that said it.
If
Don't
we don't
give
give
him
him
that
no
look.
power.
Nah, I'm not giving him power. You already giving him power.
I
to
got
say
the
it.
power.
You already giving him power to say
Hey,
it.
hello,
What up,
hello.
Pretty
Hey!
Ready and proper on the live right
What
now.
up,
What's
Pretty
going
Improper?
on?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yo, your
I'm
hat
looking
is
at you.
fire. Your hat is fire.
That's not a hat.
That's
That's a
not the
mushroom.
bandana.
That's
What
a
up?
That's a do-rag.
First of all, where you from?
What borough you from?
Queens.
First of all, Shakespeare. I know Shakespeare, so I don't know why he acting.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
Oh,
shake.
shit.
You say you know Shakespeare. That's my name on Instagram. You don't know me.
Devon.
She hit you with the Devon.
The whole government.
I know you Devon.
Alright, so
These are kids, Devon.
Why is cop chasing? Because if that's his man, he could have hit him up privately and did that shit separately. He did that shit in public, which is corny. Just because Kodak Black did it in public doesn't mean you have to address it in public. If that's your man, you will pull him to the side or hit him up privately and be like, yo, my nigga, that was corny as fuck. Nobody needs you to be Mother Teresa and speak for everybody. If you feel some type of way about it, you do that shit privately. You don't do that shit publicly. T.I. always trying to butt his head into something that got nothing to do with him to make himself irrelevant, and it's not. Like, I don't respect him for that shit at all. The game was whack as fuck for that. Both of the niggas that fucking pressed him about it is corny as fuck. They disrespectful as fuck ass niggas. Like, how dare you put your mouth to talk about Kodak being disrespectful? You are not the fucking prime example of how a man's supposed to treat a woman. How many women y'all lied before that's somebody else's woman that's not even here? You bigging up somebody else's bitch and you not even bigging up your own. Like,
Ooh.
down. Like, no. He's definitely clout chasing. I get what you're saying, but he's clout chasing because he could have just hit that nigga up privately, phone call, DM, whatever you gotta do. He could have fucking pulled, what's his name, Kodak Black to the side, anything. Like,
Alright.
there's no way that he didn't have to put that shit on social media. Like, T.I.'s always doing something. I don't know if y'all seen it. It was a video, like, it was some little ass nigga he had on Gucci and he's upset. He's like, why you got that Gucci shit on? Like, T.I., sit the fuck down.
But somebody recorded that from a distance.
Yup.
Somebody recorded that from a distance.
Yup.
Did somebody not
But you
record?
know what I'm trying to say? Why are you saying something to him though? You saying
He
something
knew that
to
that person was
somebody
recording.
But he took a stance.
T.I. did that because he knows somebody's gonna
But-
record it. He
Facts.
didn't do that shit.
But he took a stance.
Like, no.
He took a stance against Gucci. He said he wasn't wearing that shit no more. And then
And
he.
that's fine, my nigga.
But-
That's your. I'm pretty sure he still got Gucci in his closet though, and I bet you next year we're gonna see that nigga with Gucci on. I promise you that.
But what if we don't?
But he is. But he is. Like,
Alright, I got a question for you. Actually, no, shake. I
Not
feel like
really.
this shit wrong.
My round.
You gonna say around.
Alright. But my thing is, alright, so say if he did pull Kodak to the side and did speak to him and then Kodak actually went public and then brought the whole situation up and still dissed T.I.
I don't think he would have did that though.
How you
Because
know?
now like Kodak's embarrassed. Like honestly, in my head, I feel like Kodak really didn't see nothing wrong with what he said. Because he's a disrespectful ass nigga. So him saying that shit to Lauren, he really didn't see an issue with what he said. But now it's like you as another nigga, you trying to press me and embarrass me in public. So now I'm gonna tell you what I gotta say. If he would have said what he had to say to him on the side, Kodak would have come up like T.I. hit me up on the side and said that. If he did, then granted that all bets is off. But I don't think he would have did that.
Okay, my point is though, don't you feel like since Kodak made this public that the next person should address him should be in public? I agree.
No,
Hold on.
if that's your friend, like for instance, I have friends and they be doing embarrassing.
But they not
shit
friends,
online,
though.
And I'll hit them up on the side and I'll be like, yo, take that shit down. You look dumb.
Hold
You know
on.
what I'm trying to say?
Hold on.
So
No.
that's what T.I. could have done. T.I. could have been like, yo, that shit that you posted up is bad disrespect
I agree with you. T.I. be clout chasing. But they not friends. We don't know if they friends like
Even
that.
if they not
hold
friends.
on. But if you're not my friend, I don't give a shit about you.
But you an OG
I'm
though. You an OG. You have a different.
You're not my friend. Why are you even saying anything about what comes out
Because
of my
I could say whatever I want to
You're not
anybody.
gonna fight me. You're not gonna come to my house and fight me.
But
That's
they-
right. You guys talking shit. You guys talking shit.
She went straight to the fist.
Man,
She went straight to the fist.
Listen, T.I. said what he said, right? What did he want from that? T.I. said what he said to Kodak Black, and now what was the result from him saying that? Like, what did he expect from saying what he said? He want niggas to big him up like, oh yeah, T.I. put that nigga in his place.
Right.
Like, cause you're not gonna fight him. You're not gonna roll up to his house and fight him. So it's like, what was the purpose of you even doing all of that?
Quick question, Gemini.
Oh, governments.
Quick question. So, if you got into a situation, right, and your friend decided to go on social media and out the person that disrespected you, would they be clout chasing?
Would they be what?
Would they be clout chasing?
It just ended.
Oh, nigga!
That's how you go out with a bang.
Yeah.
We back. We back.
I don't know. Well, from what you were about to say, I think it's chasing clout when you know it's gonna benefit you in a bigger point, right? So
Yeah,
like,
but
if it's just her friends, if they're not like celebrity,
You can't
she
compare
got
that
no
to them.
game.
Yeah. He has a platform. He knows he has a platform. He was clout chasing, and that's fine.
I don't personally.
But she
I don't feel that.
bringing up what he did with that dude with Gucci, maybe T.I. is looking to put himself in a position where he's trying to like shape the younger people.
I think he is
Younger
doing
black
that.
people.
I
Like
think he is
he's
doing
basically said, "Yo, Kodak, that's disrespectful. Take it down." Right? He was talking to the dude. He was telling him that do you know about this? Like, why you win? Like, are you supporting them still? Like, do you know? Like, are you aware of what's going on? Like, he had that kind of conversation with that dude. I watched that video like a little short.
I think
I'm sorry.
I think it's part and part though, because sometimes I feel like T.I., like she said, T.I. is hypocritical. Like T.I. will say his base of opinion about something, but in the end, he's not exactly doing that. Not in regards to like this, but like she said about his wife.
But my thing is, he fixed.
Is that present or is that?
But he fixed the.
That's still present.
He's with his wife now. So we gonna judge him for his past.
I'm not judging him.
I'm not judging him. I'm just saying that that's gonna be an argument.
But that's the argument. That's the argument, and that's the argument we have right now because if you think about it, she was like, "Oh, he did this to his bitch," and da 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 da.
Yeah, she did say this.
Yeah, but that's her argument. That's not.
No, but that can be in any that could be any argument, and it may not be your argument. You got to think about other people's perspective.
But bringing up someone's past doesn't mean that they're not right.
But that's your opinion. That's not everybody's opinion. Everybody doesn't agree with that.
Kyrie, don't talk to me like that.
No, now you don't want to hear what I gotta say. You don't want to hear my opinion.
Yo, this shit not going on.
Alright guys, we're gonna take a 1 minute break. 2 minute, 1 to 2 minute break.
Oh,
We'll be right
Joe
back
Budden alive?
after these messages.
See that pool of vomit that you're standing in? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Do you hear the squad cars? Do you hear the ambulance? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Talked all that shit when he was drunk, now he panicking? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Some still can't handle the act of balancing. Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? See that pool of vomit that you're standing in? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Do you hear the squad cars? Do you hear the ambulance? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Talked all that shit when he was drunk, now he panicking? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Some still can't handle the act of balancing. Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? that pool of vomit that you're standing in? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Do you hear the squad cars? Do you hear the ambulance? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Talked all that shit when he was drunk, now he panicking? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Some still can't handle the act of balancing. Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them?
That's what I'm talking about. Yo, stop drinking that shit. That creatine or whatever.
I don't drink none of that shit.
That red shit you be drinking.
You be drinking creatine?
I don't drink none of it.
You know,
You see Drew be mad calm. Now you over here
That lit shit,
on
right?
his
No,
fucking
I drink some other shit.
You don't fuck with the lit?
I used to. I stopped.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that
your
lit.
heart kept stopping in between sets.
What? Yo, this light on my eyes, bro.
On your eyes.
Oh my.
Nah, I don't know what you was going
I
with.
got y'all.
Nigga said on your eyes.
Alright, y'all, we on the air.
And we back.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Alright, we on the air. We on the air.
Put that down, nigga.
On the air?
We back. We back. And we black. And we live. Yeah.
Okay, Gus.
Let me come over here. You will now watch your man's in the live again. And we live again. Talking about everything. Alright, we stop. Alright, we back. We live right now. Topic of discussion is doubles. What?
It's because it's too. Remember, his Wi-Fi isn't that good. So.
We're having trouble loading this live.
Exit and go back in.
Alright, yeah. Alright, but the topic of discussion right now, we're talking about double standards in general. Alright, you wanna let's define what a double standard is. Just for people who may not know.
Yo, Just Love said, tell Drew he better put on deodorant.
Shoot, word.
Thank you.
I couldn't find my
Smell
deodorant.
like chopped cheese.
That was whack.
That was what?
That was trash.
It sounds funny in my head.
Just don't talk until someone
Thank
tags
you,
you.
Shake.
You
I
ain't
don't
gonna
got
tag
it. I
it?
don't got it.
Alright, so forget it. Alright,
Yo, is the live still going on Instagram?
right now we're gonna talk about double standards.
So a double standard is a rule or principle which is unfairly applied in different ways to different people or groups.
Say it again.
Say it one more time. A little bit slower, please.
A double standard is a rule or a principle which is unfairly applied in different ways to different people or groups.
You
want
read
me
like
to go slower?
me.
He said a little bit slower, not a little.
I was just taking it literal.
Alright. So say it one more time.
No, bro, don't say it no
Alright.
more. Everybody pretty
a
much
rule-
knows what a double standard
So what's
is.
your definition of a double
Why
standard?
y'all listen
Exactly
to what
what
you
he
guys
said.
say?
Exactly what
What
he
you mean
said.
his definition? He just read the real
Yeah,
definition.
it's,
I ain't-
we
I
know the
ain't-
definition.
I ain't hear it.
Nah, you heard it.
Alright.
We're gonna talk about double standards today.
Okay.
We're
Rule
gonna
of
talk about
principle.
how y'all
Drop
feel
some,
about
drop some
certain double
comments
standards.
if
Yeah.
y'all know any double standards.
Yeah, let us
that's
know
out
about
there.
some double standards that.
While we chatting about these double standards in 2019.
Facts.
First double standard we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about who pays on the first date.
Damn.
Not Drew.
And
Not
then
Drew.
basically, we're saying if it should be a standard or not,
Yeah.
or if it's a good standard or not. Because some double standards are good.
Yeah.
Like
Like what?
I think,
Wait. Are we going ahead?
I didn't
Are we
know
going
it
ahead?
was
Let the man
Are we
talk.
going ahead?
bruh.
Let the
Bruh.
man
Oh,
talk.
my bad.
Yeah.
You
Take
really
the
sound
key.
like that meme, bro.
Fuck outta here. Alright.
Anyways, the first double standard we're gonna talk about is paying on the first date.
Mhm.
Now, I don't necessarily think that's a bad standard for. Well, we say paying. We say the standard is for a guy to pay on the first date, right? I don't think it's necessarily bad for a guy to pay on the first date,
Even if she asks you out?
even if she asks me out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't
Even
mind.
if she asked me out.
Not pay for the next 30 dates. It's like
Nah, we're
the
talking
one
about the
date.
first date.
Like I feel like I can,
I agree.
even though you asked me out,
Why?
I went. If I didn't want to go,
Why?
if I didn't want to spend money, I would not.
Why?
Why do I pay for it?
Why do you feel that it's not a bad double standard?
I don't feel like it's bad because, like,
Is that's just a personal thing that you
yeah,
have?
I don't
sounds
know.
like
Like, I don't know. I feel like it.
Come on,
like
guys.
it's a valid standard. I don't know.
I feel like personally,
It's like as a gentleman, as a guy, like it's.
So you on your neo flow?
What?
The joke was back.
I'm not on no
personally, as a guy, I feel like I want to pay for the first date.
So you okay with the standard?
I'm okay with the standard, and and honestly, I'm not gonna go out unless I can pay for the first date. And if I go out with a female, I expect to pay. Like I don't ever go out unless she's like a homie, like a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Then I we splitting it. But if it's just someone I'm interested in or we share interests, I'm not gonna let you pay for it.
But why does that make you feel like you have to pay? Like, is it an ego thing? Is it a pride thing? Like,
it might be a pride thing.
Like, you feel like as a man that you should be paying
Yeah,
for the date, even if even if she's courting you.
I feel like I'm being a gentleman.
Nah,
But why
the
are we defining
word
that as a
gentleman?
I don't
gentleman?
like the word gentleman.
Why don't you?
Because I feel like it's used to make men act like pussies.
I mean, I wasn't going that route, but I feel like the word gentleman is used easily.
Yo, imagine this nigga drawing the street. He holding the door for a lady. Like, oh, you're such a good gentleman. Shut the fuck up.
Alright, maybe I was too harsh. I feel like the word gentleman is a proper word to use for someone who has manners and who knows how to treat women, or it just knows how to move accordingly. But I feel like the word has been almost like warped to shame people. Like, oh, you're not a gentleman. Like,
I feel like it's used to basically state that it should go with the stereotype. Like let's say if you say, oh, I believe in paying for a date. Oh, he's such a gentleman. Why can't you be a gentleman like him? Because
Exactly.
he's paying for the date.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like that word shouldn't be used just to basically prove the stereotype of what you believe.
Right, and the fact that you don't want to pay for a date doesn't necessarily mean that you're not a gentleman.
In my eyes, I feel like okay, like I get your point. Like I wouldn't mind paying, but I don't like when people invite me somewhere and then expect me to pay. Like, your expectation of inviting me out was for me to pay, or were you going on a date? Like, were you wanting to pay, or
Even if it's
used.
like
Even
like
if it's
I
a
feel
girl
like
that you're interested in?
Yeah, I wouldn't like. I feel like it's a game time decision. Like, maybe I'll pay, but at the same time I may look at her a little different because I feel like the general rule is if you're inviting me somewhere, you should be thinking about paying.
Okay.
Like, if you say maybe I wanted to invite you but I don't have the money, will you be able to pay? I'll pay. I will look at you different. But
so
like,
does she expect you to pay? I mean, so what do you expect? Do you expect to just pay for yourself and her pay for herself, or do you expect her to pay for you even though she asks you out?
I wouldn't say it's an expectation, but I would say it's something that's in the back of my mind.
No, but you're going into it expecting not to pay for her, right?
Yeah, I'm going in like not to spend.
Now, do you expect
the closest thing would be is Dutch.
Dutch.
Yeah, like we'll go 50-50.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know it's called Dutch.
Yeah, Dutch.
I love going 50-50.
Where the hell did you get that from? Dutch.
I honestly I can't tell you where it derived from, but I just know that's.
So when you say yes, I'll go out with you. You say
I'm expecting.
yes,
it
I'll
be,
pay for mine. You'll pay for yours.
But
Even if you're interested in the girl.
But she's interested enough to me to take me out. What's the difference? Like,
So he
you
doesn't even understand.
made the move. Like, I like if I made the move to invite somebody out, I would pay for them because at the end of the day, like, I'm taking initiative to take you out. You don't have to come out with me. Yeah, you can say no, but at the end of the day, you're coming out. You're coming out your household. You're getting dressed. You're making a way to hang out with me. So I'm gonna pay for you.
So if a girl tells you like, hey, like, do you want to go see a movie today? You're like, yeah, sure. You guys go to the movies. You expect her to pay, or you expect her to at least split.
I expect her to at least split.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
Especially if you're not interested.
Yeah, especially if it's a first day. I don't know you like that.
If you're not interested,
If it's like a friend,
why
that
are you going?
Exactly.
But
If
but girls do the same
For a
thing.
good
They go
time,
for food.
a friend.
Nah.
So you can have you saying that. Wait, hold on.
If
Does a date require you to actually be interested in shorty?
No, interested means if I have no interest in spending time with you, not whether I want to get to know you better in a relationship or get to know you because I'm attracted to you, get to know you to be friends. If I'm not interested in you, I'm not going nowhere with you.
See, but when I say interested, I'm talking about going like besides dating, let's move on to the next level, or let me fill you out. Sometimes I go on dates just to pass time. It's not to move forward. Like, I'm cool with our relationship.
You going as friends.
Yeah, exactly.
But
or
you're
acquaintance.
interested in being an acquaintance with that person.
Yeah,
It could
just
lead to
it
that
could be
I'm saying
regular.
if you're not interested in them, why are you going?
I don't think if you're interested, you're not gonna go in general. You're just not gonna go.
That's what he's saying. But
But-
if you're not
But
interested
we're talking
in the person,
about I don't care about like actually even smashing. I don't care about doing none of that. You asked me out on a date. Like not you asked me to
hang out.
Exactly, hang out, go on movies. That's still considered a date. If it's just the both of you guys, that's a date.
Nah.
Even if it's a hangout, it's still a
That's
date.
still a date, bro.
it is a date.
It's a date if y'all have interest in each other.
Nah.
No, a date isn't defined.
But
as
then you
that.
just say that if you
Well,
have no
like
interest.
interest in like attracted, like y'all want to fill each other out for something
Nah,
like
it's a
that.
date.
It's still a date.
It's still a date.
It's still
So
a date.
if you
but-
go to the movies with one of your boys,
It's a date.
nah, you're bugging.
It's a bro date.
Yeah,
It's a
you're
date.
bugging.
Yeah.
It's not no date.
It's a date.
But
that's
Take
that
me.
queen shit.
It's really not. We'll claim this nigga. We do not claim this nigga over there. We do
But
not.
like,
I'm not
I feel
familiar
like even if you aren't interested and you still invite me, like you should have the mindset that we could go Dutch. We pay separately. Like,
I feel like
even if we are interested.
Alright, wait. So let's see, Shake.
Yeah, Shake.
What's your
Shake-
opinion
Shake
on the
not
standard? So we
Shake
can
is
go
the
to next
engineer
one.
right now.
My bad.
Shay, you want to get into the comments or you want to go into this?
Nah, he's
Let's get to the comments first.
All right. Shaquita Parker said, whoever asks.
My bad. Shut up.
Shaquita Parker said, whoever asks for the date of the girl. Wait, whoever asks for the date of the girl asks you.
If
She said, oh, if the girl asks you
put
on the
if right
date.
there,
Oh, my bad.
asterisk.
If the girl asks you on the date, she should be ready to pay and vice versa. Okay, she feels like whoever asks should pay. I don't feel it's necessary for the man to pay for the first date. I'd ask the man on the date and pay for it because it was my idea and I planned everything. You the real MVP.
Kyrie is hot.
But the thing is, here's my
No,
thing.
but everybody has their own opinion.
No,
So,
but I agree with that. It's attractive to me if a girl be like, you know what, I got this. I'm still gonna say no, I got it, but
what's the point of her
you
saying
get
that?
points. You get points.
So she's just saying it for the cool points. What if she's like, no, I'm gonna pay. I don't care what you say.
I'm like, no, you
So
not.
y'all gonna be
It's
going
the
back and forth.
Then we
between the
fight.
brothers?
It's just like, okay, she can just come for a free movie and meal.
Right.
But
It's
see,
like
but-
she was willing, like she, you know,
Exactly.
she's willing
But
to
see,
do it.
what's the thought in that? Some girls really just go for a free meal.
They do. I know girls
So
like that.
so I'm not supposed to feel some type of way if you're just going for a free meal.
Did you enjoy your time?
Sabrina Sadie said she capping.
She probably be.
So-
They probably
Wait, so
do.
Gus, do you believe in the standard?
King Black Knuckle, hold on. King Black Knuckle said, but if a man and woman hanging out by themselves is considered a date, then that and wait, hold on. Then
Yeah,
that and
damn.
way,
Because he
and-
about to shut Gus up. I can sense it.
then that in a way says men and women can't just be friends in the same capacity as a man and
Why
his
not?
homeboys.
Lay out the
And
That's
a
what
woman
I said.
But
and
you-
some girls.
If it's
Hold
your
on, hold
home,
on.
if it's your
Hold on.
homegirl,
Y'all don't have homegirls that
Of
are your
course.
friends, so that technically would still be a date.
it's
then.
not a date.
No, it's not.
It's a date.
I agree with that, but now I'm going back to your
Wait,
side.
what?
It's
It's
not,
still-
no, I agreed before. Remember, I said it is
Oh.
still a date, but it's not a date.
It's a date.
It's not. It's just two friends hanging out.
Yo, son, if I'm hanging out with my dudes, we on a date. Straight up. It's whatever.
You gotta know, right?
Nigga, what?
I think.
friends, right?
So let me
If
ask you
you go
something.
with your female
It's a
friends
date.
to movies, is it a date? No, you have a girl.
So wait, is dating a gender thing now? Because that's what I want to know. I thought date is just.
Yo, y'all didn't just hear that?
What he
You
said.
didn't hear what he said?
What?
You heard what he said? You didn't hear what he said? He said if I'm out with me and my niggas, it's a date.
Oh yeah, he said that. He said that twice.
I mean, it's technically like
It's
a
a
bro
date.
date.
it's not a date if it's a man.
If we
So,
go on
so it's a gender
vacation,
thing. So date is a gender thing.
if we all go on vacation,
It's a whatever
what we call it.
Oh.
It's a whatever.
Hey, don't come at
It's a
me.
date, nigga.
It's not an alright. It's not a
It's a bro
date.
date.
It depends on it. Alright, a date to me. Look at what a date means. I'm
Girls
telling
go
you.
out with girls and they call it a date. Why we can't do that?
Boom.
Oh, this
Wait,
masculine.
listen,
going
listen,
on a
are we
date
talking
with
about
no
double
man.
standards right now?
Yeah,
That's
talk
a
about
double standard.
why is this devastating
Don't
with
let me
I'm
dating?
not going on no date with no
You
man.
just made it twice.
I'm chilling with
No,
I'm chilling with my bro. I'm not on a
man.
date.
Exactly.
I'm not on a date.
That ain't no damn date.
Ain't on no date.
Nigga, we are on the
I'm
outing.
gonna look at the word date.
And that's a
If
date.
anything, it's
We
an
on
outing.
an outing.
If I say, yo, we going out, that's
Nah,
a date.
nah, it's
Nah,
not a date.
it's not a
It
date.
is not a date. Not a
All right,
date.
I got the
A social
definition.
or romantic appointment or engagement.
No. I got
Social.
Hold on. I got
Right?
a
I
different
I like
definition.
social.
A time at which an event occurs.
Cause you look out of here.
Damn.
That is
Nah,
not.
cause you know where you looked that up there, right?
What?
Webster's dictionary.
This is breaking news.
Webby Web.
Okay, it could mean that it has
social?
it's different
Social.
or romantic appointment or engagement.
Okay,
social engagement.
if we're going by that definition, then they're right.
Time out. But if
It's social.
so if your girl call you, right? And
Every time I hit y'all, I'm like,
So
yo,
y'all
you
guys-
on a date with Kyrie? You on a date with Shay?
exactly.
Oh, you on a date with Drew? That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yo, you see, y'all never
Y'all
heard.
gonna be tight.
So, see, listen, you see,
Nigga like,
look,
yo, I'm leaving.
y'all gotta diversify y'all surroundings. Y'all ain't never heard that in like real life. Yo, man, I'm about to go on a date with my man's in it.
Yo, something you try.
Alright, on to the next double standard.
Yeah, we on the
Now,
next one.
this
We
is
on
a
the
good
next
time.
one.
This is a good topic. I'm entertained.
We done. We
Nah, so
How are we done? Because you
Before
sure
we
we're
got-
gonna say if it's a date or
We
not.
got everyone's
That's
opinion.
crazy.
We got everyone's opinion on it.
So everybody speaking, just to be clear,
I
where do you
just speak on
stand?
I
speak.
approve of the standard of paying on the first
I
date
don't
for a
approve.
guy.
I don't approve.
I approve.
On the first date?
Just say your answer, yes or no.
Come on, Gus.
Hold
Just-
on.
Come on, bro.
Yes
Come on,
or
come on.
no?
Do you think it's okay
If what? If a guy pays?
for a guy to pay on the
Like
first
it should be
Like, you
standard
think
across
the
the board no
standard is
matter
okay?
what.
It should be standard. Either
think
she
it's
should,
okay standard?
yeah, it should be both. Both should be able
So
to
you
pay.
don't agree? Next, go ahead.
I don't agree.
Wait, you don't?
No, he doesn't. He said no.
Okay.
I feel like both should be able to pay.
Okay, thank you. Moving
I'm
on.
not sexist.
Moving on. Cool. We next.
Go ahead, shit.
You haven't
What the
said
hell are you doing?
I don't-
fella.
Nah, this is comfortable.
Bro, sit down right, man. You making me uncomfortable.
Nigga, you been making short all the time. Come on, bro. Show me your shoulders, B. Get out of here.
Alright,
Talk
come
about
on.
uncomfortable.
Nigga, I'm uncomfortable. This is why I'm sitting like this.
Nigga, tuck your shoulders.
Put your shoulders in your shirt. You can't do it, can you?
You're spitting on me.
You been spit on. Hey, whoa.
Y'all just ain't gonna stop.
He's stupid.
Personally, I don't mind paying. I don't mind paying.
So you agree with the standard then?
Then.
Like I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to the standard, but at the same time, me being raised how I was raised. I
So you
don't
giving a
mind.
Gus type of answer.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, right about now. This is the only time I might do it. Right about
So we
now.
got 2 no's, 2 yeses, and 1 in the middle.
Yeah.
One in the middle with me.
Alright, next topic.
With his diplomatic answer. All right,
Next
the
topic
next one
is-
is
Wait, well, my answer wouldn't really be in the middle because I said I don't mind
So then
paying,
you
but
was-
I understand the standard. I
So-
understand
Do
it.
you approve it?
so you
You
would
approve
it?
it?
No.
Approve it?
Yes.
Too late, bro.
Melanie, hey!
Melanie, I saw you pop up a long time ago.
What up, Melody?
Alright.
You approve?
I'm in the middle.
Alright,
So
we
we
on the
got
next
3 approvals.
Wait, what did you say?
I said, hell
We
to
got
the
3
hell
disapprove.
no.
We got.
What? No.
Yo, I'm confused.
We approve of the standard. They
He
don't.
said
He said he's in the middle.
Wait,
At middle, no.
So I don't-
listen, because I said I understand where the standard
So that
comes
means
from,
yes.
So that means you
But
approve it.
I don't mind paying. I don't mind paying myself.
That means you approve it.
Nick, don't call me no bitch.
That nigga don't call me no bitch.
I said I don't mind paying. For me personally, I don't mind paying. I understand where the standard comes from, but I don't mind paying.
Shaquita
So I'm
said,
leaning more towards yes
So you approve it.
than no.
I'm going-
Yes.
I'm going to chat. I'm going to chat. I'm going to chat. Drew going to chat.
Shaquita said I don't approve.
Shaquita, get your ass in the car.
Just Love said, I'd pay on the first date, but girls nowadays take advantage of it.
Now, who else? What else? What else we see here?
You saw his finger.
No, what else?
What else we see here?
Stop being all sensitive.
You
Uh,
like
help you out.
Shaquita Shaquita said, don't know what kind of girls y'all be out here taking out.
What do you mean by that?
I know a lot of girls who be going out on hella dates just because they're hungry.
Yup.
And they be like, it's a free meal.
Yup.
Shit, why not?
See,
Why they
that's,
got
but
their
that's
man
where the
crib?
that's where the double standard kicks in. Cause I'd rather not pay for you
If you just come in for
if you
free
just come in for a free
But you
meal.
never know. You never know.
You
You
No,
never
you
know.
never know. But see, but
You
in the
never know.
instance of her
You
taking,
find out the next day.
That's
Yeah.
a fact. You find out.
Especially if you ask her. It's like if you ask her out, she's not gonna tell you what she doing. But if
You
she
know-
asks you out, it's like, alright.
And
You
that's
know when
going
you
back
know-
to being more direct.
Listen.
Let me know what the hell you want.
Listen, you know when you know
You wanna eat,
after
nigga?
You want to eat food or you want to eat some? No, I'm playing.
Simply Mika said she doesn't approve.
you know after the first date.
Excuse me.
She says she doesn't approve. That means she's.
You don't know what she means. But she's not being direct. She's not being direct
Let's
right
move on
now.
to the next topic.
Before you get in trouble.
Next topic is the next section is talking about cute and ugly. Double standards.
What does that even mean?
Being cute and ugly. So basically, if a cute girl was to say, "Hey Drew, how you doing?" You gonna be
hell
like,
yeah. That's definitely double
And then
standards.
an ugly girl be like, "Hey Drew," you gonna be
No,
like,
don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
All right, somebody
if
that
a
you're not
cute girl,
attracted
a cute girl's like, "Hey Drew, how you doing?" You gonna be like, "Oh yeah, how you doing?" But a cute girl, "Hey Drew, how you doing?" How you gonna feel?
Austin?
I'm
just gonna say-
I'll be straight up with you. If
Be real, cause
somebody that you're not attracted to.
I'm be like, like
Scram.
and that sounds so bad. Something I'm working on, but I'll be like,
It's the truth.
yeah, you're right. I won't get that much
Oh.
attention to it.
My baby said the man should pay.
The man should pay. That's why you got Drew.
yeah,
Wait, so she
Money
did
in
approve.
hand.
Wait, she said she approved then.
yeah.
Yeah.
She approved of standard.
That means she approves of
The standard.
Yeah.
My response: if a cute girl come to me,
Mm-hmm.
but an ugly girl, be like. That's how I'm feeling about it. Cause me personally,
Well, it depends.
I don't
what do they-
discriminate.
Yeah,
What is
how are
it?
they
Give us
coming?
a scenario.
How are
Right.
they
What are
coming?
they coming to you for?
Yeah, if they're coming in just as a friend.
Like, all right, no, I got one. Right? You on a train.
Word.
Shorty
What kind of
said-
train?
What
Shorty-
train? What
Shorty-
train?
What train?
Y'all stupid.
Nah,
So
the
what-
what train?
Brownsville
What
train?
We're not going to Brownsville, right?
That's how-
Definitely not taking a train to
What
Brownsville.
train? What train we
Y'all
on?
on the Metro North.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay,
cool.
okay,
That's a little classy. I like that.
Do I get wine with that? or-
Shorty step on your sneakers.
Oh, nah, that's
You look down, you look up, she cute. Your response is, it's alright, baby.
Nah,
You
my,
look
nah,
down,
my
you look
response
up,
is
she
consistent.
ugly. No, watch your step.
Nah, my response
nah.
is consistent. Bro.
Yeah, females in
Nah,
general
I don't
out of
give a
it.
shit.
Even
So
if it was a guy.
y'all never like gave anyone special treatment because they
Nah.
was good looking?
Nah.
Yeah.
yes, yes. I'm guilty of it. We all guilty of it.
Nah. Don't say
You ever
we
gave
all.
somebody bad
Don't
treatment because they ugly?
I don't give a shit how you look
Nah.
like. If you fucking piss me off, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Like,
I can give an example.
I don't give a damn how you look.
When I was at Dreamville Fest, we was online, right? We was online. There was like a
about that dude that touched your ass?
nobody touched my ass.
You remember the dude with the bald head?
Yo, don't listen to this.
nah, cause you looking really mad right now.
His eyes started watering.
All of y'all just looked at me.
Cause I'm like,
Mika, he didn't tell you something.
Listen, we was on the line. There was a group of dudes in front of us, right? The dudes was calling these girls over, like, yo, come through, pull up. Basically telling them to come through on the line. But I'm pretty sure they didn't know them. They were just telling them to come. So the girl, it was like 3 girls, so they all cut in front of us in line. So me and my cousin just looking, and I looked at the girls, and they were pretty girls.
And
So
you
I was
got
like, should I make a scene right now, or should I just let it rock? I was like, you know what, I'm gonna let them do their thing. But I feel, you know what, I would have handled it the same way either way.
what?
First of all, me personally, if I'm waiting online, I don't like that shit when I get on the bus and somebody's standing by the door and they want to swoop in. I don't like that
What
shit.
you gonna do?
Huh?
What you gonna do?
Get your ass to the back.
The old lady?
Huh? Get your ass to the back. I mean, if you old. The fuck?
I just want to say.
What?
yeah, let me help you with
I
your,
got a bad
with your
When I
cane.
took the
Run to the
when
back.
I took the bus in Brooklyn, there was a
bro.
crowd to get on. I came to Queens, I
You
saw a
drinking that
line,
shit?
I was like, y'all stupid if y'all think I'm walking all the way to the back of the line missing this bus.
So when you be cutting people, I don't
walk
fuck with y'all
right-
niggas like that. Yo,
I
I
walk
hate that
straight
shit.
in the
yo.
bus. What the bus driver gonna say? Get off
What
my
you
bus.
mean? You not cutting me?
What people
I
gonna say?
hate that. Yo, I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
Man,
I'm-
woman.
Yo, boy
you
should
not-
pay. Yo,
you
he's
not
the
cut-
dude that
Nah,
cut
you
you.
not
I'm
cutting
the
me,
dude.
bro. This is what I'm gonna do. So you know how when you know how when niggas come up in front of the bus, I keep moving. And we just gonna be standing face to face.
Oh yeah, I had many of those.
I will fuck.
I done had many
So you gonna
competitions
stop
like
me
that.
from getting in front of
Yep.
everybody?
Because I waited
You
on the
stop you
fucking
getting in
bus.
front of
I
me.
wait.
Oh,
Yes.
so you-
Because
so
I
people
waited.
that do that, like sometimes people they be all aggressive trying to get in, but it's cool. You want to do that, but the next person ain't gonna do that. So now I'm on the
Yeah,
bus.
yeah, alright.
but
I also been a cutter. I also been a
I
cutter.
be looking back like, do that. Keep the consistency. You saw how I did that shit. Keep doing that.
The
shit.
only way I cut before if there's too much space in the line.
Yeah.
If there's mad space in the line, I just sneak right in that spot. Because you done left the space for me to sneak
Yeah,
right
it's
in.
just something
I
that
hate when people
I
do
used to
that.
come to Gus crib, bro. I'm like, yo, this line. I'm not waiting on this line.
Man, you
It's
was
not
waiting on your
happening.
Brownsville shit.
I'll be
yo.
on first person on the bus. If
Nah,
you know a
yo.
lady in front of me, you know I let her go.
We still talking about buses?
The reason why I don't like when people cut in the lines because yo, I've been waiting on this line for mad long, and as soon as I get to the front, yo, blockhead ass wanna cut me. Fuck out of here.
And I'm taking a seat.
Yeah, they gonna sit on the bus like, yeah, nigga, you gotta
Put my leg
stand.
up.
Next topic?
Guys, can you tell me can you tell me what that next line means?
Well,
Oh,
That's not how you spell
yeah,
hoeing.
because I thought I didn't know what the
shit
fuck that
completely
was.
wrong.
How you spell it? How you spell
Hoeing.
Is that how you spell it?
H-O-E-I-N-G? I didn't know you could put the
I
E.
know.
I didn't know you could put the E in
You
the
try
I
to
together.
you try to do it the right way.
Oh. I didn't know you could put it E in the
You spelled it how you sound.
Yeah, hoe is not a real word, so it's like.
It's not.
Yeah, we
What?
made it up. We made it up.
What you mean?
All right, so the next
Like
double
the
standard.
garden hoe?
The next double standard is.
You ain't never had a garden hoe?
Come on.
You ain't never seen nobody outside with a garden hoe talk about, yeah, I'm just out here home.
Is it raining?
I said that.
No, I don't think so.
No, I thought it sounded like it was raining.
All right, next.
Oh, why we got this
Yeah,
fish?
'cause
Next
I tried.
topic. Next topic.
Over here.
Next topic is. I mean, next.
Yeah, see,
Next
you failed
double.
too.
Next double standard we're gonna talk about is hoeing between men and women.
Mm.
Is there a double standard of hoeing and with men and women, and do we agree or disagree with it?
What is
We're
the
gonna-
standard? The standard is,
Mhm.
if you a man, it's cool to have multiple sexual partners.
Mhm.
If you a woman, you a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
That's the standard.
This nigga was mad blatant.
If you a woman, you a hoe.
hoe.
Do you agree?
Who agrees with the standard? No, I don't agree.
To this day.
To this day, nah, I don't agree with that standard.
I don't agree
I
with
feel
that
like if you
standard.
have multiple sexual partners, cool. If you're a man or a woman, cool.
As an adult, as I got older,
So you thought different when you was younger?
Yeah, when I was younger,
Yeah,
I was
definitely,
like,
definitely.
you got you know the whole block? How?
Not you know the whole block. You had sex with the whole block.
Yeah,
You was
that's
the
what I
goddamn-
meant.
You
No.
fucked the whole block?
You loving the crew.
Yeah.
You loving the crew.
You part of the unit.
You bet the block?
Yeah, but as I got older, I'm like, yo, you can do what you want. It's your body.
So you what? Where do you stand with this?
I say, you do what you want. It's your body. I'm not gonna call you a hoe. Just make sure you do it in a nice way. Like,
So-
as in, make sure you take care of yourself and not letting everybody. I mean,
So
like,
basically,
have standards. That's what I mean.
Basically, don't bring the streets to my meat.
At the same time, though, niggas be hoeing too, but then they say dudes can't be hoes because we got dicks.
No,
and they
what do
got
you
jobs.
say?
What I say is
Do you believe in the standard?
That is
bro?
a good question.
the standard. I don't believe. Okay, I don't believe in the standard. Like if you got multiple sex partners, you're not considered a hoe to me.
Okay.
Okay, I keep it like that.
Simply Mika
All right,
said,
shut up.
Simply Mika said, would you wife someone like that? Question mark.
Well, why something like that?
That multiple sexual partners.
They still doing it at the moment?
I mean, if you about to wife him, I would hope not. But
Nah.
Just make sure.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, hoeing it doesn't mean you have multiple sexual partners.
What do you mean?
But
Oh, wait, yeah, it
what
does
else
at
would
the
it
same
mean?
time.
Yeah, what does
what
No,
else
no,
would
no,
it
yeah,
mean?
you're right.
I was thinking about like just in general. Like I've slept with multiple people, but yeah, no.
I mean, you can sleep with somebody and not have sex
I mean,
with them.
as
Alright, Gus.
as an adult, for me, when I was younger, yeah, I used to think like that. Oh, you have sex with a lot of people, you a hoe. But some people just enjoy sex.
Yeah.
Nah, we're not talking about the definition
Of a what?
of a hoe. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
The double standard.
hoeing between men and women. Is it the same? If a guy sleeps with a bunch of girls, is it considered the same thing as if a woman sleeps with a bunch of girls?
It's a hoe, yeah.
So you can call a guy a hoe the same way you can call a woman a hoe.
The impact
Can
won't
you
be
not
the
call
same.
it? Can you call dude a whole ass nigga?
But the impact won't be
I'm
the
not
same.
gonna call a dude a hoe ass nigga.
I mean,
So far it sounds like we all on the same page.
Cause like if you want
We
to,
don't believe in the standard.
cause
right?
if you want to be out there, if a dude is out there wilding, I'm pretty sure a female don't want him to bring that back to her.
But alright, but not even that. But what about people feeling like hoeing is accepted for men, right?
I think what you mean is the impact. Like,
Right. So if you can say that a guy having multiple partners, there's nothing wrong with that. Then you can also say that a woman having multiple partners is nothing wrong.
That's why Simply Mika asked the question: would you marry someone, a woman,
Right.
who has
Listen,
a lot of
That's
As long
what
as
I'm
she's
gonna
not-
come in and
as
say.
long as
But
she's
you
not-
could. hold on. You can have your own preference, right? You can say that she's not a hoe at the same time. No, y'all do this to me all the time. Shut the fuck up. Y'all can say you can have your own preference and still say she's not a hoe. Like I don't want somebody to have multiple partners. I'm not calling her a hoe though.
Why not?
It's
You have multiple
preference.
partners.
It's just my preference.
You have multiple partners.
Hey, that's my preference.
What if someone called you a hoe?
Hey, they can call me a hoe. I don't give a fuck.
But what if you was a woman? How would you feel?
Well, if I'm a woman, how would I
If
feel
somebody
like?
say, yo, you's a hoe. You a hoe.
I don't know.
You up, bro.
I don't know. I'm not a woman.
Listen, I mean, see, you fucked up what I was trying to say.
You get it. You
Damn.
get it, man. Now you know how I feel, right? Think hard. Think real hard. Tag me in.
So pretty much, I'm gonna say that I'm probably gonna get attacked for it, but I kind of go with the double standard. I don't feel like. Alright, so in picking a partner,
Just say how you feel, bro.
I'm trying to think.
Don't try to word it right now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
already
Oh,
out
you
there.
politically correct.
Alright, let me say.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
say. Let me say this.
Yeah,
Let
you
me
on
just
the
say it
right
like this.
shit.
I don't view a man who's sleeping with multiple women the same way I would view a woman who's sleeping with multiple men. I don't hold it to the same standard. I don't know why. I just don't. Maybe it's because I've been.
Question.
Maybe it's because let me finish. Maybe it's because I've been conditioned. Maybe it's because I've been conditioned like that throughout life, growing up with guys. It was never seen with men. It's never seen as a shameful thing to have, you know, with multiple partners. Like
For years.
For years. So if
Years.
I grew up like that, if I grew up seeing that when I'm around my boys and I tell someone that, like, yeah, I hit that. If I tell my boys I hit that and I'm praised for it, it's different. Amongst women, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, most women are ashamed to tell their friends, like, yeah, I let him hit the first night. Like, most women are not going to tell their friends that.
I feel like
I
it's
mean,
a little
but some
different
are.
nowadays. I think.
Some are.
But I'm just saying, like, that's how I feel now. I don't see it the same way.
So let me ask you a
Men
question.
can a hoe in the street, and women got a hoe in the street.
Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question.
Trash.
What if you really met somebody? What if you?
I had a question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You had a
No, no, no,
question,
you're
so
right.
it's like one question.
You're right. No, you're right.
Questions.
So what if the woman, let's say the woman is dealing with the same sex,
Mm-hmm.
would she still be, let's say it's a young and May type, and she out there, she's Christoph Porcelainic. And would she be considered a hoe, or
For taking down women.
for taking down a woman, would she be considered a hoe?
Why you took this real literal?
Yeah, I don't.
That's a cool question.
I wasn't saying it like that's out of my element. I can only say with the opposite sex.
But is it really out of your element? Is it really out of your element?
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it,
You would smash young man?
Huh? Wait, what? What'd you say?
I was waiting for
Young
somebody
and
to
man,
ask
that's what you
that question.
said? We really doing this?
Honestly, so
Nah.
Drew, let me ask you something. What if this girl is somebody you really like, and she told you like, yeah, I slept with a lot of dudes, but you really really like her?
Mhm.
Would you stop fucking with her?
No.
Or would you not take it seriously?
Mm-mm.
So
That's why I don't ask that question.
Oh, so you just don't want to know?
I don't want to know. If I like you, if I mess with you,
That's
I'm not asking you how many bodies you got, stuff like that, because I like you personally.
But what if for health wise, wouldn't you want to know health
We gonna get tested together.
before you?
Yeah, if I have some type of like doubt about your health, then we gonna get tested. That's something that I've always asked. Like I've always asked for the facts, for the
Carfax
sheets, for the Carfax.
Carfax.
Yes, always.
The
I always ask, when's the last time you've been tested? Do you know your status?
You be like, fax me your test results.
I've actually done that.
When the last time you got an oil change?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's important.
You still got that
It's
leak?
very important.
When's the last time somebody dipped they stick? All right, so let's go to these comments. Drew, would you like to do the honors?
I sure would.
All right.
Make sure you read it right.
Sabri
It's the most clumsiest person
Sabri Asabi said, as women we take being called a hoe to heart. Men don't care that they're called a hoe. Yeah. She also said women are more emotional, that's why it affects us differently. However, there are some women who use sex as a form of self-empowerment. Ooh, I never thought about that.
Yeah,
Very
nowadays
true. Like
women
Amber
are-
Rose.
Mm.
Yeah,
The slut walk.
she has, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Austin was there last time.
What?
Didn't you go to the slut walk?
What's that?
Nah, I'm messing with y'all.
He was there.
She also said no girl is gonna tell
I
you
don't
the
know
truth.
what that is.
No girl's gonna tell you the truth anyway. I'm pretty sure she's talking about like the status thing. That's why you asked for the facts. That's why you asked for the.
Wait, no
the
girl will
core
tell you the
facts.
truth? That's fucked up.
About
Yeah.
the- yeah. No, she's probably talking about how many people she slept
Oh.
Shit. Yo, that shit.
with. Some girls will tell you the
You know what
truth.
J. Cole said?
Yo, it's like
Times
even
about three.
Three, yeah.
Yeah. Let me get to the YouTube comments.
hoe in the street,
So
not in the streets.
I mean, but
You said that already.
You would-
Just Love
I'm
Music
proud of myself
said
for
sex.
making it up.
Just Love says sexual harassment has a double standard depending on how attractive the offender is.
Yup.
Shaquita said, that's very true. King Black Knuckle said, cute girls crying. Hey, what's wrong? Hate seeing a pretty girl cry like that.
Ugly girl cry. Different stories.
Man up. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. He said about ugly girl cry, he told man up.
You look like you having a rough day. All right.
Shaquita said, I don't agree with that standard. Your sexual past shouldn't matter to anyone at the end of the day. Black Knuckle said, but like I said, they're both hoes if they're hoeing around. Shaquita also said, if my girlfriend / boyfriend had multiple sexual partners, has nothing to do with me. Just being your past to your present. Just don't bring it past to your present. She also said, I grew up raised by brothers, so I was always told to keep my leg closed and don't be the girls they bring around. Don't be like the girls. They bring around.
He said I was raised by my brothers.
I thought that was a girl, bro.
That's a girl, but
Oh,
the
you
way
see
you
that
read
in
it,
voice.
the way you
Oh.
read it, he said I was raised by my brothers.
So Austin, you want to give the final? What you think? Do you agree with it or don't agree?
I don't agree with it.
I'm gonna say I agree.
I don't agree with the double standard.
All right, Jake.
I don't agree.
I don't agree.
All right. Next topic.
For one.
No.
Next topic.
Crying men and women.
Oh, this is a good one.
Domestic
Crying.
abuse? Oh, you said
No,
crying?
crying is a good one.
Damn,
Right.
you really want to talk about
Men
this?
can't cry, women can cry.
Because I was just talking about this.
Alright.
Simply Mika.
Because he brought up sexual assault. That's what I was saying.
Oh, y'all want? We could jump to that.
Sexual assault and domestic abuse.
That's a big one. That's a good
big one.
Let's do.
Let's
it's
start
crying.
with the light one.
We
Yeah,
did three
yeah,
light
fine.
ones.
Yeah,
We just
no, we
did
did
three
three
light
light
ones.
ones.
Let's
We
do the
did three
domestic
light ones.
abuse.
Oh my gosh.
Niggas
Are y'all
Who
ready?
want to start this one?
We said this was gonna be a light.
All right, man.
I the last one I want to talk about this.
Rock, paper, scissors is the best
Right.
way to go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Two,
Wait, hold on. Wait. Ready.
1, 2, 3.
How we do this?
Damn! You got some
That's undeniable, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, they just had a queen.
That's undeniable. Who the fuck did paper?
Get a rock with a scissors.
It's always about the paper, guys. It's always about
Alright, that's why you got cut.
Yeah,
Now
that was
speak.
funny.
We ain't pick paper because queens get the money.
Oh man.
That was good, man.
Dad, introduce the shit.
Come on, bro. We listening.
Anyway,
Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn.
the next
In
double
the
standard
house.
is domestic abuse
Woo.
between women and men. The standard is if you are a man being abused by a woman, you're a pussy.
Okay.
Right? And it doesn't work the same way
Roughly
if
said,
you're, a
but
man,
yeah.
if you're a woman being abused by a man.
Yep.
Okay.
This is a tough one.
That is a tough one.
So who want to go first?
I'll go first. I feel like domestic violence among when it's a man to a woman, it's definitely not taken as seriously as when it's a woman to a man. So like if a woman puts hands on a guy, and let's say the guy hits her back, not saying that it's right, but let's say he does hit her back and she's attacking him and he defends himself or he hits her back, the man is most likely gonna be locked up before the woman is, and then they'll sort everything afterwards.
That's because of another standard in the political system, right?
Yeah.
Which is what?
The guy's always seen as more aggressive.
Yeah, that is true. Especially black
Cops
men.
they're coming to grab the guy first.
Yeah, that's a fact. Or they're eyeing the guy.
But
Even,
see,
yeah.
I do want to address this though.
Go ahead.
I think overall, domestic abuse isn't taken as serious as it should on both sides of the parties.
How so?
Because I feel like, yeah, we may see that, like I do agree that there's some times where like a woman may hit a guy and everybody's like, well, man up, like, like.
Yeah, like you call the cops.
But
like,
at the
"Come on,
same
girl,
time, I feel like there's lots of stories with women who are getting beaten and people don't take it as serious as they should, and they try to make the woman feel like she did something wrong to instigate her getting hit. So it's like, it's on both sides. It's a double standard. It's like, okay, yeah, a woman should have hit a man, but then in a situation where a woman's speaking up, we're always quick to say, well, what did she do? Why did she do that?
I feel like the other side outweighs what you just said though, because
Well,
I feel like for women attacking men, it outweighs. There's more cases of a man going to jail just because of like,
because most of domestic is
man to women. I know that. I understand
that's why the case.
But I'm saying, like, I think for the most part, when a woman says that a man hit me, people are more likely to believe her.
Okay, yeah.
Than anything.
Yeah.
I don't even need to see bruises on a girl. If she be like, yeah, he hit me, then I'm like, like you're more likely to believe a woman saying she was attacked by a man.
Yes.
That's a double standard, and it's true. It's just what it is. But I don't feel like. I feel like a woman being attacked, a woman attacking a man is not taking it seriously. Like, for example, Bow Wow, right? He was what was that? Was that true?
We saw the whole video. We saw that he kind of
did taunt her.
I mean, even though it was wrong on her part,
right?
Kind of agitated the whole thing by.
He did taunt her, but I'm saying before we saw the video, when that things came out, the first thing we automatically assumed was that they was clowning Bow Wow.
Yeah, there was.
Right.
Yeah,
it was clowning.
It was a good proportion of.
It was a lot.
And that's the standard that you're a clown because you got attacked by a woman.
Or even if you file charges, even if you go to the police precinct and you say, "Yo, she put her hands on me," that's looked down upon. As a man, you can't say that. You can't. It's not. You're emasculated because you said that a woman put hands on you.
I was just about to say. I was just thinking like, men, we don't want to be seen as victims.
Yeah. That's very true.
And that's like the main thing. If I'm getting abused by my wife, I'm gonna try to handle that myself. I'm gonna keep that within because I'm gonna look at myself like, wow, like even it's a pride thing too.
It could be even verbal abuse too.
Yeah, verbal too. Yeah, that's a good one. Verbal abuse is definitely not taken as seriously.
Yeah, that's mental. That's like,
especially when it comes to a guy. His woman could be yelling at him, calling him types of stuff. And a guy would just shrug it off, and all that starts to build up. It
can lead to physical abuse.
Shake.
Me personally, I feel like nobody should be touching anybody.
Thank you.
Put that out there first, and I do feel like what I'm saying. I feel like we see more of the scars when it comes to females.
Why your voice get so?
I was about to say, you got real dark.
Why you just
speak up? I can't hear you.
Listen, we
topic.
Look, we know domestic.
I feel like we in a green room right now.
It's a serious topic, but
yeah, they talking to me like I'm pussy. Man.
All right, where that boy's at?
Yeah. Gus, we get real in the streets.
Gus, go.
But
he's not done.
I just feel like I said, that no one should be hitting anybody, and I feel like when it comes to the female, you see the scars more. There's more of an urgency to tend to that situation. But if it was to be a man, it's like it's more. I feel like it's more handled behind the scenes. It's not really put up front and center in a way.
Can I ask you something? And we're only saying that because we see women as a delicate flower. So that when we see,
why is that?
Why you laughing?
Why is that? I saw your face.
His voice is so soft. He goes, "Women are delicate flowers."
Because we see them as delicate flowers. Go ahead, guys.
Women are not delicate flowers.
That is a fact.
Yes.
They are not all of them.
Not all of them, but why he's saying that? Why we saying that? I'm saying that like our impression when a man gets hit by a woman is because you gotta be rough.
You gotta be tough. You gotta be able to take it.
But as a woman, obviously it's wrong on both sides. But we see it as a woman, we're gonna be rushing because we see our women as
delicate flowers.
But sometimes it's not. It's not even the case that they're using their hands. Sometimes women be using like weapons. And
what if it's
like
a big Breonna Tarf type girl.
What the hell is that?
Y'all watch Game of Thrones?
Oh, I do.
No.
Brienne of Tarth, the big woman with that
with
can
the
fight.
sword? Yeah.
What if it's her and she knocking your ass out? Cause I'm pretty sure she could beat you up, Kyrie.
She can beat all of us up. So don't try to just put me in.
Can you reference somebody
You said what?
that you all actually know?
Have you watch Game of Thrones?
You what now?
watch that.
Oh,
You said you what now?
I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, now you ain't saying no. What happened?
I don't watch that show. I don't know what she look like.
I never seen Game of Thrones.
I say like.
I gotta watch Game of Thrones.
Go ahead,
Says
Gus.
everyone who watches Game
Alright,
of
let me read the
Thrones.
comments before we get to Gus.
Damn.
Nigga laugh like a
Hold up.
Winnie the Pooh.
King Black Knuckle said it's because women can't hit as hard as hard, so people feel like an abusive woman should get a pass.
What you think women can't hit as hard?
Women hit hard.
So you think Ronda Rousey can't beat your ass?
Whoa! Ronda Rousey,
She'll finish you.
she'll finish me. He said they get a pass because it's not as bad by comparison. Shaquita said people are way more likely to believe a woman over a man about domestic violence. Men look down on women who allow women to hit them, but then they also look down on you for putting your hands on a woman. Exactly.
So
That's
look
where
down
men
in that
lose.
situation.
This double standard is more towards men than it is women in a way. Because I feel like if a man was to, like she said, was to react off impulse, he'd be looked at as the abuser, even though he was getting abused. And then if he,
Wait, Bambi, we gotta get you on the live. I want to hear about
That's
this.
bull. I've knocked the nigga out. So why you knocked him out? What was
She
so
said
cool?
that's bull. I've knocked the nigga out plenty.
Why did you knock him
That
out?
means
Like,
multiple
I
times.
seen videos on Instagram where I'm like, yo, help the nigga. Like, yo, I see videos of women.
you ever seen one of those videos like
Sure.
where a girl is fighting a dude and she just throw that wild punch and connect and just knock him out?
I never seen a girl knock
I
out a guy.
seen women. Listen, not all men have hands. Not all men can defend themselves.
Not all men can
and,
take a
and,
punch.
and listen, not all women can't defend themselves.
Exactly.
Like I seen women really
Give it up.
shoot,
I
like,
What's up?
They like,
time
yo,
out.
they what's up? They say what's up to the guy, and the guy like, ah, yo, chill.
Come on, wait.
Chill.
We have a Brooklyn correspondent here.
Okay.
Austin?
I was gonna ask you, you seen that, Queens? You seen
Brooklyn
that,
get that
Nah,
up
I seen
crazy.
it online.
I seen it.
Well, and I also know.
I've seen it.
Listen,
I've seen it in
Sure.
high school.
yeah.
I seen girls square up with guys in high school and like hold it down.
Give it up filthy.
Facts, like cooking.
They defend themselves, yeah.
Now I'm talking about them being the aggressor,
yeah.
like them attacking, not even
attacking,
defending.
not
Yeah,
defending
attacking,
themselves.
not defending.
We can
themselves.
close this by just saying, listen,
We're talking about
everybody should keep their hands to themselves.
Facts.
You know, you know what I'm saying? I understand. I'm just bringing it back.
And
You
keep
know,
your words to yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your words to yourself, because nobody likes pain. Because pain hurts.
You ever been hit so hard you farted? Never happened? Nope.
Nah.
Never.
I had a pothole today. I fought it. I was on my motorcycle. That shit said, bah! I said, I was like, oh hell.
I've laughed so hard I farted.
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
I've done that too.
Yeah.
You laugh so hard. That's weird.
You ever got punched in the stomach and lost all air?
Yeah.
You know?
Alright, next topic. Yo, why is child support not on there?
Ooh.
That's what happens when you're late.
Ooh.
Come on, time, brother.
We gotta talk about child support.
Yes, let's talk about that right now.
Child support.
Anybody paying child support?
Hell,
right now?
who got kids here?
Nah, nobody got
None of us
kids.
got kids
Yeah,
here.
shake up.
First of all,
Say like, let me get up out of here.
Brent told what happened in high school. Everybody in high school know about your son in Haiti. You think we don't know? You think we don't know? Little John Pierre?
Jacques Jr.
You think we don't know? You think we don't know?
Jacques Jr.
I don't got no kids in Haiti. Don't
Yes,
listen
you
to me.
do.
No, I
Von
don't.
Drew.
I don't got no kids in Haiti.
I seen the video that he.
Von Andre.
But nah, child support is definitely a huge double standard, and it's a double standard that. Do y'all agree with it?
Go ahead and make your point.
I
I'm
mean,
waiting for your-
I'm
yeah,
just
what's the
women-
standard on
The
it?
standard is that men, especially within the justice system, it's automatically viewed that men should pay child support. Hold that thought, Instagram
And YouTube.
and YouTube. It's
They can still hear you though.
yeah, oh, okay. Men just pay child support just based off the fact that they're the men. Right? Can we agree with that? I'm just asking. Can you agree with
Look
that?
at everybody. Don't
Yo,
look at
you
me.
put the pressure on Kyrie.
All the
like,
fucking
oh
time, yo.
shit, what just happened?
You
Can
too.
we agree with that?
I'm like, yeah, y'all always facing me like, damn. I'm trying to understand your point. I'm trying to understand your point.
Okay.
I wasn't making a point. I just want to get the double standard out there. I just
That's
need
a
some
deep.
help.
It's really a deeper topic when it comes to
Yeah.
child support because a lot of times women usually get the kids, whether they in the
Because
right or
society
wrong.
believes
the
that.
double standard?
Society,
Yeah.
But the real double standard is that sometimes, well, not double standard, but the real issue is that sometimes men that are on child support take care of their kids before they're on child support.
Yes.
But it's because
Yes.
of maybe the baby mother's jealous of who he's
Out of
with.
spite.
Or out of spite. Yeah,
or
out
she
of spite.
just don't like him, so she's
Or she
gonna be
just
like,
don't.
I think
Exactly.
that's more of the system problem, right? The judicial system.
What?
No.
that says that.
No.
I think it's
I
more
feel
of a-
like it,
Because a guy doesn't have to pay child support unless the courts say he does. That's past the standard.
But
And what they
but
can
it's
do
hold
also,
on.
or they can also create their own contract. They don't have to do the child support thing. They can actually lawyer up, come in a room together, and make something work something out. Like the government doesn't have to be involved.
I'm
no
address.
court order.
I'm
Yeah.
address that though. I feel like it's part and part because I feel like some women would just automatically jump to child support because they know that that's a safety net for them to use.
Yeah.
Just as a manipulation tactic to be like, well, I want this, you're gonna give me this, I'm gonna put your ass on child support because you know it's automatic. So it's a judicial.
How many
issue.
women you seen on
But-
child support?
I don't know. I haven't heard of any women that's on child
Yeah.
support. Actually, there was
You
a
can't put women
celebrity.
on child
I know you
support.
can, but I haven't
but
heard.
how many
There's a
kids
celebrity
have-
though that is on
Yeah.
that is paying child support. I can't remember her name though.
But
I
it's
only
also-
know one woman that, and I yeah, the name don't come to mind. It was like that long ago.
But it's
3
also
or
a
4,
double
5 years.
standard because if a guy were to put a woman on child support, just like if a guy was to get marital
Spouse support.
spouse support, women be like,
Alimony.
well, why he gotta do it? He not a man. He not a man. Like why he going after coins? Like what type of man does that? Blah blah blah. But if it rolls reverse, it's different.
Yep.
But
Because it's like, do we look at women? Do we look down upon women who are providers?
no, I don't.
Now, do we look down upon men who aren't providers?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's the double standard within the
That's a
family.
double standard.
That is.
But
So
why
because
do we, though?
society,
Actually, I don't.
I don't either. Why do we?
I don't.
I don't.
Men that aren't providers.
They're not
I feel like a woman, if a
No,
woman wants to
what you
bring
talking
home the
about?
bacon, while
Oh,
they're
bring
home
home the
with
bacon. I
kids,
thought you were talking
I
about
think that's
in
fine.
regards
No,
to.
I'm just saying in general. I'm talking generally.
I thought you were talking in regards to kids. Like if they not take care of their kids, yeah, I look down upon
No,
them.
Anybody,
I look
Talking about
down.
financially.
Anybody that's not providing, I look down upon them. No matter what gender,
Nah.
I look down. That's just my opinion. Like, I feel like you
as a
got
provider.
like if you
Oh,
say,
there's no gender when it comes to providing.
yeah, like I feel like you should be able to provide something
If
for
you're
yourself.
home with the kids, you're providing.
No, but I'm not looking at the aspect. I'm looking at a general. He's looking at a general aspect, right?
I brought this up to say that women have the luxury to not women have the luxury to say like I'm not expecting you to provide. Like they had that. When I say provide, I mean financially. I'm not talking about doing their motherly duties.
So
I'm talking about financially being like the breadwinner or taking over everything. Like it's not in my head. Not when I say not in my head, I mean just. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself.
Yeah, 'cause
I
you
would
also-
say that I think my opinion is, if I look at a man, I'm expecting you to provide. I'm expecting you to take care of everything financially.
That's how I feel.
Women, I feel like if you provide, that's a
cool.
plus.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
keep it like
exactly
that.
how I
That's
feel.
what I'm
That's
If
exactly
you can
how I
provide,
feel.
that's a plus
But why do we look at it like that?
because it's how we
It's
raised.
a double standard.
It's a double standard.
It's how we raised. It
I
really
feel
is
like-
a double standard. Do we agree with it?
I don't agree.
But
There's one thing I
I
can't
don't
say.
agree with
There's
it.
one thing I can't say.
mean,
I don't agree with a girl bringing nothing to the plate.
Yeah.
I don't
that's what
agree.
know.
I don't agree. I feel like I don't agree with I don't see anything wrong with it. But if you staying at home and I'm the only one, if I can provide for the family, it's good. I want to be the provider of the family. But I feel like nowadays, especially in New York,
Yes.
it's hard for.
Bro, do you know the medium income you need to live when you have a family of?
Yeah, it's tough. It's
that's-
tough.
So like when people sit there and then you know what? It's another double standard. A woman wants to date a guy with a car, but then doesn't look. But it's okay for a girl not to have a car.
Yep.
Yeah.
So why is it that the guy has to drive to you, but you can't drive to me?
Shit.
Why can't I take the bus? If I take the bus, I'm looked down upon because I don't have a car.
That brings up another question.
Because it's like, yo, I'm looking at my expenses
Cool.
and. All right, go ahead. I wasn't really
Nah,
finished.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead. No. Cool.
I'm
They,
looking
they
at,
so polite.
I'm looking at my expenses. I'm like, I can't afford a car, so you're gonna essentially, and I'm working my ass off. You're essentially looking at me as if I'm not man enough because I don't have a car. I don't have certain things that can provide you with convenience and luxury.
Is a car still look like a thing? I don't got a car. I mean, I got one, but I don't got
I think
it.
I think it's a geographic location, but I think it depends though. I feel I lived in Jersey.
Geography.
You know,
I lived in Jersey, and I hear people on my Facebook talk about I'm tired of not having cars, blah blah blah, and like, but you don't have a car either. So what are you talking about?
You know what I realized?
You can't complain about nobody having a car when you got a car.
Yeah, like what?
You don't even need a car in New York.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like
having a car in
You
New York.
talking about in Jersey?
In Jersey and like other areas where you might.
You from Jersey, right?
I'm not from Jersey.
Yeah.
But
Where you from?
I've lived in Jersey.
You lived in Jersey?
Yes.
So stop
Oh, this whole time he repping Queens. You from
I
Jersey?
lived there for like 4
You're not even
years.
about the life. You over there talking about Jersey.
You was here for 4 years.
He went to high school in Jersey.
Where?
The most 4 important years
Near
of his
Philly?
life.
Are you from Philly?
Y'all fought Jersey Street. Nigga said I was near Philly, but in Jersey.
But
Trying
so
to count Philly.
Or you had dual citizenship?
actually, I was born in a different country, but yeah.
This nigga international.
But
Yeah, wake up.
Geography
so
class.
we all agree that child support is a double standard.
It is.
It's a double standard. I don't really know where I lie. I do feel like
Where do you lie?
I don't think it should be a standard.
I
you don't think it should be a standard.
I lie.
What
Don't do that.
child support?
Yeah.
I don't feel like this should be either. I feel like if
think it should be
I feel like if you're doing what you're supposed to do for your child, I don't feel like there's a reason for you to be on child support.
If you're a man or a woman.
If you're a man or a woman, if you're doing what you do for your child, there's no need to be on child support.
Sometimes, yeah, like y'all said, you know, people get on child support for really just selfish reasons. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's not.
Yeah,
sometimes
I agree with that.
Sometimes it's when used correctly, it's a tool, you know, to get support for the kids.
Yes.
Sometimes the kids are already supported. They just want that extra bag.
Yes.
Or they want to do it out of spite.
Yeah, or they don't. Yeah, exactly. They're not messing with the husband
I
or
feel like-
ex-husband, or baby father or whatever. So they just trying to cut all ties with him, and they just want the bread, the
Yes.
financial.
And that's why I feel like it comes down to who you choose as your partner as well.
Shit changes over the years.
No, it does change, but
Sometimes
not
you
to
get a random
not to. That's what I'm saying. You have to be careful with that. That's a choice.
Keep your dick in your pants.
If you get a random girl pregnant, you gotta realize, yo, if you didn't strap up, or if the condom broke, you gotta. If the condom broke is an accident, we could understand that.
Even then,
But if you choose to, do what you do without protection, that's a choice that you made.
you know what my rule is now?
Don't have sex.
No.
Oh.
Don't have sex with a girl
I was on point.
that you couldn't.
I didn't think that was your rule.
That you.
I thought your rule was
Wait, yeah.
69 eat the butt. That's fine, cause you always talk about.
69 eat the butt, that's
You
fine.
always
Pass
talk
will
about.
always hunt you, man.
Whoa.
Shut your ass up.
That's a pass, man.
Don't have sex with a girl that you can't imagine a kid with. And that's something that I came across.
Don't have sex unless you're ready to have a kid.
Yeah.
That's the real thing. That's like, damn.
Cause I done seen a couple.
That's an unrealistic one.
The
He
kid.
said unrealistic.
That's an unrealistic one.
I done seen a couple baby mothers
That
out
shit
here.
true, though.
Woo.
If you can't imagine yourself sticking with that girl for the rest of your life,
If you can't imagine having a kid when you 15 or 16, don't be having sex when you 15, 16, because there's a possibility that you can happen.
message to your 15-year-old self.
For me? I ain't got no kids, nigga.
Nigga said, I'm great.
You got an attitude.
Kids, nigga.
Don't be putting that on me.
I'm game strong now. Anyway.
I was about to say something crazy. I tell y'all after the show. I'm glad I stopped myself.
Yeah, please do.
I'm glad. I am so glad I stopped myself.
Holy shit.
Alright.
Oh shit, my bad. Alright, so we gonna go to
Oh, I had a question before with Kyrie's topic. So before we even
there
get
ain't
to
no
the
YouTube, there ain't no Instagram comments.
Nah,
on
before we
Instagram.
even get to that, when you was talking about the car and how some girls be like, oh, I'm not dealing with no nigga with no car, or you was talking about how a guy could come pick up a girl, but why can't a girl drive you? So this nigga.
Yo, guys. Did I ask you to touch me, my guy?
My bad. Look what you did.
I saw that, but I was trying to listen to what you were
I tried to avoid it. I was
Yes,
like,
that was-
nah, don't look. Bro. I heard the Haitian come out and he said, oh, oh.
I was not expecting that.
He said,
He said, feel like guys always, chase the girl, go after the girl, and try to, court them or whatever you might say. But when does the chase actually stop? Because even in a relationship, it feels like it doesn't stop.
What chase are you talking about exactly?
Courting your girl.
You're talking about courting, or you talking about having sex?
Courting, like getting a girl, not having sex.
The chase stops when you find a girl who you finally want to, take things further with.
That's not what I mean.
What?
I mean, like, sometimes girls, females, let me not say,
women.
Be direct.
Women have these standards, expectations that will never, like, I feel personally, not never, but like,
it's unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, that continue throughout, even in a relationship. So it just makes you wonder, when does the chase stop?
It never stops.
Give an example.
Like, say you finally, get the girl you want, y'all start chilling, and
I got one. You want to tag me in?
Yeah.
Alright, so basically, say for instance, y'all broke, right?
Yeah.
Y'all both parties is broke, right? But she's still like, we haven't gone out in mad long.
No,
I don't think that's what he was trying to say. Is
No,
that
listen. We haven't gone out in mad long. Why you haven't brought that to the table for us to go out? And you thinking like, look, we broke.
You broke
and
too.
she
You
like,
ain't bringing shit to the table.
She like.
That's not
we
what
can
you
find. Look, we could find something to do for free or whatever like that. But basically, it's more like, it's like, okay. When shit, alright, I'm doing like this. When shit be real, like when real life hits you and you struggling, it's hard to balance.
Courting.
Exactly.
I don't think that's what Shake was saying.
No, I think what he's saying, because
basically my thing is like, when does the actual, like, when you're in a relationship, my thing is like he said, taking a girl out, whatever the case may be, and then it gets to the point where it's like you never, like, it's like it feels like you never get to the point where you're satisfied.
You're talking about that. You're talking about an end goal to where your girl's forever happy and good. Right?
Not forever happy.
You're talking about when she's content with everything.
That's
never gonna happen. That never stops.
But why are we content?
Remember what I said? Remember what I said about girls being like the puzzle piece, the pieces to the puzzle? It'll never end. You'll never have to. And that goes for anybody. You continually have to constantly figure out the other person.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're continuously leveling up, say you're as a man, you're getting better, but she always has these expectations.
It's not about getting better.
No, I'm saying as a man you're getting better. As a man you got that good job, you got a car, you keep doing good things. You know what I'm saying? You're moving up in life. But then she gets back to those little things that you probably dealt with when you were young.
That's because that has nothing to do with her. Like, you leveling up is okay, but you have to adapt to her. So you're gonna be at another level. You can't just say, alright, I'm at this level, so you should be here with me. Yeah. You have to be at this level, whatever, financially, whatever, like if you work in a job, and not only that, but you have to still be cultivating her while you're doing it. So you guys are working up. You're still working on her while you're working on yourself.
Let me say something. What if it's the opposite end though? What if she's all the way up and you're all the way down?
Oh, you gonna hear a lot.
you never gonna hear the end of it.
Shit,
that's another double standard. It's like, yo, will she court you if it's the opposite end?
How bad is it though? Because that person could be pushing you beyond where you push yourself.
Yeah. She working.
Or she's, you could be pushing her beyond what she pushes herself.
But she working, she's paying the rent. She come home, you in your drawers, smoking bud on the couch.
I see that's extreme.
She's like,
because potato chips.
No, because I feel like on the opposite end of the spectrum, like I don't think you would see your girl. I mean, if she's at the house, like eating potato chips in her fucking underwear.
True.
Like, would your reaction be the same though? Would you be
if
mad
she was on the couch eating potato chips?
Yeah.
Like, God damn, get your job. Get a job, girl. Get your job.
Like, it's
say
like,
it in a nice way though.
I
see you have potential.
When you dealing with, like, when you're in a relationship, it's like three parts. You got
heard that King
you got the relationship, and it's her. So if you level up, is the relationship leveling up? Is she leveling up? So it's like sometimes, like I said, when shit get real, sometimes you don't focus on the relationship, you focus on yourself. And I understand what you mean when you say, like, when can we take a break?
Yeah.
Let me finish. Not take a break. not take a break, but alright. Like when you think everything is good,
That's when it's
you
not.
know, that's when it's not. Cause she like, yo, it's a routine now.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, son, put some spice into it. You know, do
But
something
you-
spontaneous.
but
It's,
you
it's
know
a
what?
routine.
I do feel, but I also feel like
That's not good.
I also feel like
That's
some
not that it's
I also
not
feel like
good.
some women can be content for a little bit,
Mhm.
and then it's like they're giving you the moment to like you know relax, don't put too much pressure on yourself. But then if you take advantage of that, that's when they're like, sir, like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on?
Ladies, defend
You should-
yourselves.
you
in the
should-
comments
you should
that
never-
they kill y'all.
You should never expect to figure your girl out 100%.
Yeah.
No, I don't ever
I
expect
think he's
that.
saying when
But
you
I'm
stop
just saying
flirting.
like when it's like you're still in the pursuit of her. When
No,
it's-
if you have her, right?
You
Yeah.
pursuing her?
No, you have her already.
You talking about
But
happiness.
it feels like certain things is like you're still in the pursuit
of her happiness.
of her happiness, exactly.
that
Or
never
in-
ends.
within the relationship.
It never ends.
And if that never ends, then we are all doomed.
This
kick your black knuckle. This the advice. You leave her.
Because the thing is, it's like that shit is, it's hard to balance. You gotta grow yourself, right? And then you think because you're growing, you think the relationship is growing, you think she's growing.
But it's
Nah,
not.
Y'all gotta
you
do
could be
that.
growing, the relationship is right here, and she all the way down here. Or vice versa. She all the way up here, the relationship is right here, and you all the way down here.
It's balance.
So it's like,
it's balance.
Yeah.
if she's not putting, and it's like, that's another thing. If you're not putting in the work to, fix yourself, and you putting all the energy into fixing the relationship
It's
and
to be a
him,
balance.
You gotta
what
find-
about you?
It's to be a
You gotta
balance.
Yeah,
find
it's a
balance.
balance.
And the person in a relationship has to understand that, if we're not where we have to be, there's gonna be a little selfish on both sides so that we both can figure out where we can merge when we're where we need to be.
Yeah.
That's something like, if I was in a relationship, I would not have too much high expectations for the person right then and there because I know we're at the age where we're still figuring
What you
stuff
mean
out.
if you was in a
Tag
relationship?
me.
I'ma just tag.
Yeah.
Thank you for the stand. Woo!
I got you. The point is,
I know.
in your relationship, grow together.
Oh.
It's okay
Hey,
if
hey.
y'all grow at a different pace.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as y'all growing together, because when one person becomes stagnant is when it's uncomfortable, right? That's when it's unbalanced. But if y'all grow together, y'all stay focused on yourselves in your relationship, your careers, your relationship, your finance, your relationship. Everything has to be intertwined.
And it's constant work. It
I-
never
I ain't
ends.
tag you in.
My bad.
Oh
My
shit.
bad. My
Yo,
bad.
he went
I got you.
off.
And it's constant work.
He had this face like when you lose your EBT card. Nigga said,
But how? How do you have, just for some, that could be the self-development
Gus
thing.
just didn't want to end it.
No, so this is
You said
self-development.
how?
This is
How?
self-development right now. How do you give us some tips that balance a relationship in your personal life?
First things first. You don't have to be in a relationship.
What?
Oh,
You do not have to be in
the
a
live ended.
Oh fuck! I didn't get to read the comments.
I think that
Anyways.
was the whole point of
Yeah, that's what I was trying to avoid. I
First
wanted
things
to-
first, you do not have to be in a relationship. If you are struggling with balancing your relationship and your life, you need to take your life more serious than your relationship, right? Because what happens is you feed into your relationship and then your life goes to shit. And then y'all constantly arguing, constantly battling that unbalance in your relationship, right? Because you never took the time to focus on yourself, to develop yourself. You can't share a life with somebody if you can't even live a life on your own.
Self-awareness.
That's
Power, my
dope.
brother.
I
Speak
saw,
on.
I saw a comment.
It was all wrong.
Unrelated, but I saw a comment. But I saw a comment where a girl was like, yeah, I'm happy that my man works a lot, but at the end of the day, I want him to take our relationship. I want him to put our relationship first. Because a girl posted like, how are women still unsatisfied if a man is working and doing all this?
4991.
And the woman's like, money isn't everything. As long as the bills are paid and I'm happy, then that should all that matter.
But that's not you putting into your relationship.
I feel like it was kind of
You gotta
selfish on her
engineer
part to just care only about her needs.
It's not really her need. She sees it as a relationship point, right?
My thing is
it's like he's always working. He's always gone. He's always
Yeah.
in a relationship. You have to be able to balance.
Yeah, there has to be a
Like, what's
balance.
the
I
point
agree
of
with
being
that.
with somebody if you're not going to spend time with
But
them?
here's my thing: if you're not bringing that to the table, you're not gonna tell me about how much hours I'm working because at the end of the day, if you're not working, what the hell are you doing?
Ooh, that's kind
Like,
of harsh. Oh, so the girl
The
wasn't
girl
working.
wasn't working. I don't think they even had any kids. So you telling me, oh yeah, I want you to work, and then you mad at me because I'm not spending enough time. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You on Facebook all day. Why don't you get up and work? Maybe we could balance our time off if you was doing something.
Her mind is in the wrong place.
Yeah,
her mind
that's why I was like,
her
I can't
mind
believe
is
this
in
person.
that mindset of saying they want to. A lot of people want to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want it. They feel like they have to be talking to somebody.
Yeah, because they can't be alone.
That's really like media. It's always about who you going out with, who you spending time with, who your boyfriend, who your girlfriend.
Face
you don't need that.
Yeah.
People be running away from dealing with themselves. And
Exactly.
a relationship is the perfect way to do it.
That's a
To
fact.
yell at somebody.
Preach, guys.
Thank you.
Y'all over here preaching today.
Self-development. So the tips, we gave you tips to just keep balance. That was nice.
That was a good
If you are struggling with just your own personal shit, you should not be in a relationship because you're gonna bring that energy into the relationship energy, and then the arguments happen. All right, so let's read the finishing topics. Finishing comments.
Stop
and
telling
then
me
we
what to
done.
do.
Oh, I said let's. Huh? You about to do now? All right, so
Wait, let's just end it. You might as well end it. Yeah, we about to.
So then hurry up and read the topic.
Yeah, y'all talking to me crazy.
So then, if I would like to leave if you would stop stopping and read.
So
come late again.
But the minute she took her kid from him, blah blah blah. I feel like the parent either. Shaquita said, I feel like the parent, either man or woman, should take care of the kid, of the child, and doing what they need to do when they don't need to be on child support. She said they don't need to be on child support. She also said, I live in Jersey, been there for 5 years, but don't have a car. Well, I have one. I just don't drive it because I was taught how to drive in Georgia, so driving up here is difficult for me. Okay, we understand that. Taza Jones put praise hands. Shaquita also said the energy should also.
It's Tasia Jones. Shout out to Tasia Jones. I got you, baby.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, who is
He
this?
said Taza.
Shaquita also said the energy should always be matched in a relationship, but some girls be wanting too much from men. But if you not trying to progress with your spouse, why be together? Which is pretty much what Austin said. Tasia said, that's why that's my man. And
You go, girl.
Yusuf said, women be wanting a lot. It's a turn off to everybody, but these thirsty boys out here, they be ready to call anybody the one.
Vice versa.
Girls are thirsty too.
Vice versa.
I'm just gonna say
Everybody
that.
be thirsty.
Yeah,
Since
y'all
we was talking about
y'all drink
double
water too.
standards.
Yeah, girls are thirsty too.
All right, we're gonna wrap up the show. We had a great show. This is
Yes.
a round of applause. You just watched your man's in them live. Now we about to not be live. Yeah. I'm your man's Gus the Third.
I'm your man's Bello. Follow me on the gram, BELO 5_.
I'm your man's Austin Felix. Check me out on YouTube and the gram Austin_Felix.
I'm your man's Curry.
To this day.
I'm your man's Curry. That's about it. I can't remember.
I'm just Kyrie.
K_class.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Class with a K.
I don't remember that.
How do I remember and you don't?
Because you be on my Instagram.
Oh. He said, get off his
You
nuts.
be on his timeline.
Get off his
Man,
nuts.
like,
Yeah, because I'm bored. I'm your man's at You Know Shit. Wait, damn, I messed that up. I'm your man Shakespeare, better known as You Know Shakespeare on Instagram.
You know.
You know it?
The
Yeah.
letter U, KNOW.
And this was
Hold
your
on.
man's in them live.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Wait, I can't do that with my name.
Come on,
All right, we're gonna try that.
No.
My name is your man's Gus the Third.
Wait,
Gus
he
the
just messed that
Third.
all up though.
Gus the.
It's I'm your man.
I'm your man's Gus the Third. The Third. You. Oh.
He was say you know.
Alright.
The Third.
Alright.
Alright.
This was great. If you was watching us on YouTube, please subscribe on YouTube.
Oh, thank you if you're watching us on YouTube. Please subscribe.
Instagram.
Instagram, please subscribe.
H1 said, I'm gonna rewatch it. All you boys crazy.
Thank you.
Man, we appreciate that.
If you're watching us on Instagram, please go over to YouTube. The show will be up on YouTube. It's not going nowhere.
Type in
Watch
your
us on
man's
YouTube.
and them live.
Kyrie out here. Kyrie like
Please add our Instagram page as well. Your man's and them live.
And we are.
Gus the
wait,
Third.
the countdown for the YouTube ending?
Facts.
Third.
5,
4,
3,
2,
And
1.
and we out. Wow.
Wow.
Peace.
See that
pool of vomit that you're standing in? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Do you hear the squad cars? Do you hear the ambulance? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Talked all that shit when he was drunk, now he panicking? Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them? Some still can't handle the act of balancing. Yeah, that's your mans and them. What's up with your mans and them?